There we go. Alright guys, and welcome back to another cross-dressing edition of Nighttime.
Be the first one, actually, wouldn't it?
Yes, well, we got some guests with us tonight. We have, I'm not sure what we got on the end, but it's Pugsley.
Hello, just rocked in from somewhere.
And special guest joining us this week, Mick from the Gal.
Hey, team.
Hey, champion.
Good, very good.
Thanks for the invitation. Good
No
to be
worries, mate. We'll get through a few things first, and then we'll have a chat to Mick. But
and we have Smitted.
yes. Okay, I went through with a bet, and I don't think I'll be betting against the Panthers again. But yeah, I am in a very awkward dress, and let's just say they don't make dresses for big fat men.
Do we get you to stand up and
Yeah,
twirl?
No, you did
I'd
not.
like to show the viewers what you actually fully got on.
Yeah, it just
No.
looks like a top at the
No,
moment.
not at the moment, thanks. And joining us in the bar, we have something else.
Hi, everyone. How are you? This is what happens when you lose a bet. New South Wales is going to win the third one. That's for sure.
You know what, guys? You actually suit that.
Shut up.
So do you?
No, I do not. Anyway, Mick, mate, would like to also just give you this, mate, signed jersey for people to win at the Gal for whatever you want to do.
Oh, thanks, man. That's all the Anzac edition as well.
Yeah, all signed.
That's magic.
You do with what
Yeah,
you
sweet.
think, and
Awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
so the listeners can get into the Gal and win that,
No worries.
but also have a
I appreciate it.
have
That's
a
nice.
good feed and nice. I can't look at him.
I can't look at you either.
Yeah, no, we'll get some promo organised that way, mate.
Yeah, definitely. So, but
Surrounding our nights in some way.
but also don't forget while we're on the subject of the Gal too, the happy hour. Get in and watch the game. Obviously, Knights aren't playing this week, but yeah. Good place, especially when we're losing to drown your sorrows.
Yeah, there's always a reason to have a beverage, mate. So yeah, every night's game in the Gal, yeah, we do happy hour, $5 schooners, 14 beers on tap, from your Stone and Woods and your Crafties, 150 lashes to your old classics, yeah, to his new, to his old, yeah, just $5 every night's game from kick off to full time. So,
Cheap.
yeah.
You just happened to be looking at Gaz when you said old classics.
Like a fine wine goes, hey? Just
Yeah.
get better with age.
Place would have been rocking last week with the result, with the $5 schooners.
Very happy, mate. Hey,
Yeah.
I wish they would have went into extra time. Just, maybe rack up another 6 pointers. So yeah, but no, it was a good vibe, mate. Yeah, great to see the Knights in the winner circle big time.
But just shame it was a couple of weeks too late.
You know what happened, Penrith derailed the Knights season,
They derailed me, do.
but the Bulldogs may have put them back on track, so you never know.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. But I should have a few messages. See what the word of the bar is this week, eh?
Roger.
I did. Hang on, before we go, I did introduce the ever beautiful crazy lady, didn't I?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a part of the furniture, so it doesn't matter.
No. So, well, yeah, join us tonight, crazy lady, as always.
Round of applause for the crazy lady.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But what's that on the end?
The Greek goddess.
Toga. He's wearing a
What's
toga.
this thing hanging? It looks like something from the Mardi Gras.
Looks like either a cat's toy. You know those cat's toys we got laying on the back
Well,
deck?
I picked one up from home before I left.
That looks a bit like Mario Fanning. Had on the footy show that time, too.
True.
Anyway, back to Carletta at the bar.
Carlotta.
Okay. I've lost my other glasses. These ones are a bit hard, so bear with me. Is Jed Cartwright a good pick for the Knights for next year or not?
I'm not open with Mick.
Oh, mate, I think the jury's out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I'm not a fan, to be honest. I just think you're going to spend money on this guy. I'm not going to be disrespectful and say he's no good, but that could be spent on our juniors, some of our younger ones coming through, or locking up, Kurt Mann's looking to be offloaded apparently, or Brodie Jones. Why not spend the money on these guys instead of going after someone that, in my opinion, is not going to benefit the Knights at all in the long run? That's just, yeah.
Does this spell the end now of Lockie Fitzgibbon?
Yeah, I do believe that Lockie will be in Warrington, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, the Wolves. Wolves.
Yeah, with the Wolves.
So this is a like for like. I wouldn't say like for like, but definitely a replacement for him because he plays in the second row.
Well, I wouldn't say that because it's a big shoes to fill. I think, it's like you're getting rid of a HSC and you're replacing it with a Chimera.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, no disrespect to either player, but, they're two different players. And if we're struggling for money, I'd go back to one figure, 1.6.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say. It needs to be dropped.
Yep.
Because, okay, you got Nathan Cleary. I'll use it again. Arguably the best player in the game. He's not on 1.6. So why is Ponga going up to 1.6? It's just taking money away from us getting other players or keeping other players, and I think it needs to...
Yes and no. If you got a pay rise at work...
I'm not disrespecting Ponga. I totally agree with him. Like, if you're going to say, if you get a pay rise at work, you're not going to say no.
I'm not going to go, well, give that employee... Even though I'm the only one there, I wouldn't share my income.
Well, I'm happy for him to get, this is no work for him. This is a club perspective. Like, the club shouldn't have paid that much. Give him 1.2 or 1 whatever, and some bonuses to keep him there. But I just feel, okay, Ponga has another head knocking his down for 10 weeks. There's $1.6 million on the sideline.
Sit on the sideline.
In one play. I just don't want to see players like we've got a few good reserve grade New South Wales Cup players, and Brodie Jones, Lockie Fitz, they're all homegrown players, and we're showing them the door. We did this with Sione Mataudia and a lot of others. That's not us. That's not Newcastle. I know you've got to buy some players, but I just think.
So will he improve the side though?
No.
Smith?
No.
He's.
It'll be like putting me in the side.
The next step, to getting into the 8.
It'll be like putting me and Gaz in the side.
Where's he coming from? South?
South Sydney.
Oh, I guess we'll see. Like, you can't really go no when you haven't seen him play with the Knights.
Yeah, but I'm going off form that I've seen in the last few years.
It's the team around them though. Like,
He doesn't get a lot of game time at South, so no.
You're not going to go and... Well, you got Jack Heverington. That's playing probably some of the best football he's played in his career, and they've said he's free to leave. Like,
you do wonder, what the training thought is sometimes. Okay, are they trying to build and get them some continuity with the younger guys as well, and build around Ponga, or is it just solely based on
they
Kalen
played
being there for 25 games a year? And
well, that's the thing. He's not going to. Well, he's going to go to Origin for 3 games a year next year. I know he's brought himself out this year, but injuries. Injuries happen, and this is no disrespect to Ponga. If I was in his shoes, I'd be opening my wallets too, saying pour it in. Like, you're only a footballer for so long.
Well, he was worth his coin last weekend.
100%. But my point is, he comes out next week and he's gone for the season. There's a lot of money on the sideline.
That's right.
So
he is vulnerable, isn't he?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But I thought it was great, that he knocked the Queenslanders back set up on dedication and committing to the Knights for the rest of this season. So I think a lot of the fans would have thought
100%. Like, good on him for that. Like, he could have said, "Oh, okay, yeah, well, I'll go back for game 3. There's a quick 30 grand or whatever they get."
You know what though? Is he? Like, I'm not saying it's not the reason, but is he, or is it because he's got a new love interest that he doesn't want to be away from?
Well, could be that too. I mean, like you don't want to be away from me.
True.
And then again, 30 grand.
What about now that he's wearing a dress?
I can't keep my hands off him.
You're a sick puppy.
Says who that's wearing his wife's dress.
Thanks, Dale. Love ya.
Yeah, but I think the jury will be out, mate, until next year and see what runs he puts on the board, and fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get some
that's
more
right.
game
But
time.
fullback's
Can
definitely...
contribute.
Fullback is definitely his position.
Yeah.
Gaz.
Number 2. Who should the Knights tain out of the soon-to-be off-contract players? Clune, Hudson, Tuala, Hunt, Johns, Mann, Fitzgibbon and Fritzell.
Frizzell.
Frizzell, 100%.
Definitely Frizzell.
Fazell.
Oh, I might be a bit biased, but I'd
That's a
say
no-brainer.
Kurt Mann too, because I mean he's Mr. Fix-It.
Yep.
Like, you know, all right, this player's down in hooker. Who are we going to get to replace him in hooker this week? Kurt Mann. And then 2 weeks later, the bloke from hooker's back, but then your lock's out. So who goes there? Kurt Mann. That's his biggest problem. People go, oh, but he can't hold down one position. No, he can't, because he's Mr. Utility fixing every hole. And I mean,
I reckon you need him for that.
yeah.
Full
Like-
stop. Someone gets hurt, bang, straight in. Plays
And-
any part in the field.
Can play anywhere from 1 to 13. You know, and 14 as utility on the bench. If not, I would like to see him at Penrith. I just think under Ivan Cleary, if he's not with us, that's probably his second best option.
We're struggling to keep our own.
Yeah, I know, but you're going to buy others because you're losing them. So his second
Up through the ranks.
second best option, mind you, would be Penrith after the Knights. I think under Ivan could turn him into a bit better player again. You look at Zach Hoskins for a starter. You know, they just have this. Yeah,
Just what Kylie was saying earlier with Cartwright. They go to him, he changes them, puts them into what he thinks makes them a better player. Fingers crossed he can do that with Cartwright.
I'd like to keep Tawala too. You know, I mean, as a
Yeah,
backup.
he's going to resign. I think.
Yeah, but as a backup for, obviously with Dom going, he might be the first option on that wing.
I think
next
he
year.
will. And I think all reports that they were trying to wrap him up this week for an
Yeah.
extension. So,
Yeah.
How many years has Frizzell got left in him, you reckon?
well, he must be off contract this year.
Yeah, he is, but
Yeah.
how old do you reckon?
How old
Oh.
Can he?
I reckon he's got another 3 years in him. The way he's playing. Yeah.
How he's
surely.
played at, I know he played 9 years at the Dragons, and then he's had a couple of years at Cronulla. So now he's been at the Knights now 3. So yeah. So he's,
Cronulla?
yeah, he was at Cronulla before he started his career at Cronulla before
Oh,
he
did
went. Yes.
Oh, before St George.
Before St George,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant before coming to the Knights.
No. So
Yeah, I reckon he got another 3 years in him. See out his career here. I'd like to see it, but yeah, never know. Betty?
Black Betty, thank you. Back to the bar. Why has Ponga not been the goal kicker all along?
I've been saying that.
Well, I'll put my hand up and say I was wrong. I said Hastings is the kicker, you know, he's well, and Ponga come out and 11 from 11. We'll touch this one a little bit later, but Leo Thompson's try was a try. He would have got 12 from 12 and a club record.
Yep.
So
that's right.
you'd hate to be
And
dull,
there,
wouldn't
and there
you?
was probably a couple of hard ones in that 11 as well. So yeah, I think he did a great job. I think he's don't know why he hasn't been kicking all along, unless he just wanted to focus on
Probably wanted a bit of pressure taken off him.
probably.
And yeah, well, he's back into it. So
But
good on him.
also Jackson had an ankle injury last week, the week before, so that's what's stopped him from. But anyway, he should be the goal kicker all along.
100%.
This one's a shot at the refereeing. Why do you think Klein keeps getting picked for the Origin refereeing? He isn't the best choice, in my opinion. Peyton Garcia.
Yeah.
Don't think it's going to make much of a difference anyway.
Has Casey Badger done any games this
No,
year, or is she just
I
the bunker?
Don't think they'll let her be senior official of the men's game.
No.
She can be linesman or whatever, but not in the middle
Well, that's
just yet.
sexist.
Just not yet. I think they will eventually,
Because she's
So
really switched
there
on.
has been a female that has done the NRL,
but not for an origin.
not for an Origin, no. So
Would it be the right time? Like it's a dead rubber.
Yeah, that's
Why not?
The
right.
series isn't.
Good
in-
point.
Very, very
Yeah.
good question,
What's
Mick.
the
Give it a crack.
for-
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Do the job as well as
I think so.
doing. So.
Because when she's in the bunker, she rarely gets it wrong. Like, I know it's different in the bunker than being on the field, but she's a woman, so she pays attention. Do you pay attention because you feel like a woman?
What's that?
What about you, Garietta?
Say what?
Do you... Oh, never mind.
Remember a country practice? Esme Watson.
yep.
You reckon he looks like Esme Watson a bit?
Nah.
He's nosy as her.
I think you need your glasses.
No.
I think
got
I'm
it.
more like Abigail out of number 96.
No
Too
idea
old
what
for
that
us.
is.
No, it's the lady from the Golden Girls.
Which one?
Thank you for being my
Estelle
friend.
Getty, the little one.
Blanche, is that her name?
Blanche was the tart.
Yeah, Blanche.
It's getting hot in here, seriously.
Anyway, Blanche, what's the next time, mate?
That's it. That's all we got this week. But keep them coming in because we'll keep reading them out.
Anyway, on that hot note, we might take a few short messages from our sponsors.
When you think of great food at a great price, the best cold beer in town, awesome live music, even a place that you can host your next event, there is only one place you think of, and that is the Gallipoli Club. Get on down to the Gallipoli Club, the Gal 3 to 5 Beaumont Street, Hamilton, to check out what's going on this week. Enjoy some great food, a cold beer, awesome live entertainment. You can never go wrong at the Gal, thegal.com.au.
Alright guys, and welcome back, and it's time for a bit of a night review, and a rather pleasant one this week. Yeah, so absolute I didn't see this coming. I don't think anyone's seen this coming, that it was going to be this big. I thought we'd win, but 66-0. I'd say, okay, I'm going to go 72-0 because it should have been 72. Thomas the Tank, Leo Thompson should have got that meat pie.
And his first ever try.
And, yeah, good ball by Gamble too,
It
I
was
thought.
a very good ball.
Gamble didn't set the house on fire, but you can see little patches of his game starting to have his own running game, passing game, and Hastings himself. So, you know, I think they're adapting to play their own game, so...
I do think Gamble played well. Just I think there was a few other players that shone above him. So
Oh yeah, that's right. He just did what he had to.
Yeah.
But I think you can see little touches where he's starting to, you know, I'd like to see him run at the line a bit more. Take the line on like Hastings did.
yeah.
So
I can tell you, the first 5 or 10 minutes, both teams were struggling possession-wise. Well, not possession, sorry, ball security. But once they got that first try, that was the floodgates.
bit of confidence too.
Floodgates open, didn't it?
So the Bulldogs missed 66 tackles compared to 13 by the Knights. That's a massive difference.
They missed 66 points too. So.
Yeah, well, 1 point for each missed tackle.
But Bradman best, 3 tries. You know, and I know a lot of people are saying, which I'll get into a bit later.
Should have had 4, to be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. So, stellar performance by the whole team, I thought. But I was really impressed with our forwards. Our forwards laid the platform. The Saifides and Leo Thompson. Yeah, even our back rowers. Adam Elliott played probably one of his best games of the season.
Yep.
So,
Matt Burton, do you reckon that was a hip drop tackle? 78th minute?
it's define a hip drop. Define a hip
right.
drop. You know, because
Grey area, isn't it?
It
Like
is.
Some areas, like, yeah.
And a lot of things, like the little fella that's
Sonny Luke.
he weighs like a tea bag, and he tackled one of them, and his weight got flung around by the other bloke, and they called it hip drop. Like it's like
That's just the laws of gravity, isn't it?
that's right. I mean,
It's like me doing a hip drop on you.
it's on like Donkey Kong.
Are you going to wear that dress so I can see undies?
Sure,
Or you?
He hasn't got any on, apparently.
Commando.
but
Gone Scottish.
it's
But as kids, you were taught that, you went around the waist and you slid down, and that's all. Like,
Yeah,
right.
And then,
Yeah.
like, the power that these guys are running at, it's like, yeah.
And they want you to get away from the head.
So,
Can't
that's
help it,
right.
Can't help it if
Where-
their legs are the size of tree trunks and you
Yeah.
slip down on you.
so it seems like you're damned if you'd go high, yeah, they're in danger of concussion. You go low and, yeah.
So much out the theory you can't run without legs.
Yeah.
Touch football.
But it's back to my whole interpret. You know, everyone's got to be under the same interpretation. Well, there's rules for that, and then next week someone will do some exactly the same. They'll go play on. Like it's just, I don't reckon this hip drop's just causing more trouble than it's worth. Yeah, same with. Okay, what game was it? It might have been Panthers Storm. Come off one of the Panthers' shoulders. and they classed it as a knock on.
It was a Knights game, wasn't it?
Or was it the Knights?
Redmond as well.
It might have been Bradley.
Yeah.
Come off his shoulder and they said knock on.
Is that the one that was the lead up to the
Yes.
try?
Yeah,
That's the one.
okay, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or no
if
try.
you use your shoulder and shoulder charge, can you say, no, it was my arm? It was my hand? But like, you know, if it comes off here, it was a knock on. And now all of a sudden, if it comes off your shoulder as well, it's a knock on.
Yeah.
It's just,
Bad call.
like, imagine if that call decided you getting into a grand final. It's just, oh, mate, that does my head in, eh? And they need to get around the rules properly. Well, not properly, but everyone have the same interpretation. You can't have 1 week this, 1 week the next.
Yeah. Yeah.
And each referee seems to have a different interpretation as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So they've got to get, okay, off season. We sit down for 2 months and we go through it, and we all have to get under the same guideline and stop stuffing. Stuffing them with the rules. We're bringing in different changing of the rules of this, like Nelson the Solomona
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
when he over the line. And they said, yeah, well, the rules changed this year that if he drops out of here and catches another one, it's a try. That's a knock on.
Ennisley come out and said it was a no try.
That's right.
Yeah.
So why didn't the bunker pick that up?
Because they probably
Because the
wanted
bunker's
Storm
too
to win.
busy. The bunker's too busy sleeping in there.
It wasn't Casey Badger then.
Anyway, moving on.
With
Yeah.
Bradman though, mate, like, was it that game that got him in the Origin side? Like,
I think it was the icing on the cake too.
He's
Yeah.
been playing really good.
It was definitely brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been playing good all year.
Yeah.
Like, I like watching him play.
I think it was down to either him or Tongo from the Panthers.
Tungo.
yeah, I thought
That's it.
Tony Staggs might have been.
Katoni Staggs, yeah, is another one.
in
Yeah.
conclusion, but
A little bit of free. I mean, the way the Penrith player, what's his name, Isaac,
Tuggle.
Tuggle.
played
It used to
the
be
other week.
Tago, but they changed
Yeah,
it.
well, that's what I can't keep up with.
Yeah. Just
He was a wrecking ball too.
leave those pronunciations to me. If you want.
They're yours, mate. So yeah, Knights were great. Greg Marju as always.
Yes.
Yeah, he had 15 tackle breaks, so he's the absolute gun. By the year.
Pretty close to it.
Yep.
How good did the Bulldogs play?
They didn't play. They didn't turn up at all, mate.
I reckon after the first or second try, they went, that's it.
But I say this to everyone. They go, oh, yeah, the Knights won, but the Bulldogs played shit. But why did they play shit? Because the Knights didn't let them play any good.
Yeah.
And you watch the press conference, and we just put 66 on the Bulldogs, and Cameron Seattle didn't have much to say about the Knights.
Oh, that was one of the questions I forgot to print off. Why does it seem like some of the coaches don't give the other team credit? Like Trent Robertson's a bad one for it.
Then he was.
And
Isn't
Cameron
it?
Serraldo, when we were watching it, I'm like, he didn't really say much about the Knights. Like, he was saying that he was proud of his boys and they've improved all year, but what about the other team?
Considering he's a former Knights player too, he would have been a bit moving club. But anyway, moving on. Awesome, stellar performance, and yeah, we've got the bye this week, so hopefully Bradman's off to Bali.
Then the Tigers. So hopefully another.
I think you'll be in New South Wales camp, mate.
Yeah, true. Another 60 odd points on the Tigers the next Friday night.
Oh, I hope not. I don't want to see Clemmer come home and get 60 put on him.
No Appy, no Brooks, no Tigers.
Obviously, I want the Knights to win, and convincingly, but I don't want them to be, shameful Clemmer on his trip home, because no matter what people think, it's still a part of Clemmer wants to be at Newcastle.
You'd still give him a rousing reception when he comes off the field after a break, wouldn't you?
100% all.
Yep.
100% all.
But you need a good for and against, so you need
Yeah.
to flog teams.
Yeah, well, sorry, Clem, we're going to have to vlog you, but yeah, no.
We'll just make it 66-4 then and let him score one.
Yeah.
One of the blokes at work said to me, when Clem runs out, you're going to boo him? I said, no way.
I don't boo opposition teams
I don't think
Unless it's Manly.
They won't boo him either.
unless it's Jared Hargraves. I'll boo him, but
I'd like to see, honestly, I would like to see when Clem comes off for the last bit, or that the crowd give him a good reception.
Well, I'd say they will.
I think there's some respect there still for the Knights faithful.
What he done,
Clem.
like one of the things that stands out in my mind over the last, say 5 years of football was Clemmer getting a standing ovation for getting 10 in the bin. Like, we were there, and that was just electric. I'll never forget that. That was unreal. I like the big fella, and I hope he goes well. So, anyway, moving on to night of the round. So, this one was a pretty hard one to pick our 3 2-1s. But, obviously, 11 goals, played well. I couldn't go past Ponga for 3 points. Bradman Best got my 2 points. And this next one was very hard. Could have went to so many people. But I'm going to give it to Leo Thompson. He should have got that try. And, he just doesn't give up every week. There's a handful I could have gave it to. But, yeah, Leo Thompson deserves... He never gives up. Yeah. But my special mention is Adam Elliott. Yes?
Get your own.
What?
My 3 go to Ponga. He seemed to be at his best, equaling obviously the club record. And he also added 3 try assists and 9 tackle breaks. 2 go to Bradman Best. He scored his first hat-trick with a game-high run metres of 219. Not to mention, I've been saying it all year, I love watching him play. He's underrated, and now, obviously, he's been picked for Origin.
And you love it. His art.
I just hope he has a blinder.
I love his artwork. His whole leg tattoo.
I haven't really taken much notice.
Well, if he plays that good after getting one leg tattoo, get the next one done, mate.
And my 1 goes to Adam Elliott. He's been a bit quiet this year thus far, but I feel he played really hard on the weekend.
The last 2, well, even at Penrith, I felt he tried really hard. And Adam come up to us at the end of the game and, fist bump, and he's thanks for coming all this way. And he was another one that I thought was really... Would you say is the word dejected? Was really, So, and then I think last week it showed he really wanted to turn it around.
I do remember if you ever when you watched the game, do you remember the commentators actually said that Adam Elliott wasn't that great the week before?
Yeah, well.
Do you remember that? I was like, yeah, right. I thought he tried hard. You're right.
Well, I thought he was one of our best at Penrith.
Yeah.
But commentators.
Dime a dozen.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring this up now because we're talking about Bradman and that too. What's his name on Fox that Brandy was having a dig at? Is it Reed?
Brent Reed.
Yeah, where he goes, all reports in the media leading up to last week's game was that, what's his name? Matt Burton or so-and-so were going to get the position as centre. Now Bradman Best got it. Well, that didn't come from New South Wales. That was all reports in the media. So they're reporting bullshit that probably shouldn't have been. They're going, well, now it's not right.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think he just needs to think before he speaks because all reports in the media. But that's not what come out of New South Wales camp. They're not going to tell you who's in, who's not, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was just a little bit... Yeah, just trying to sell papers, but don't know what he's talking about. Well, I mean, we don't know what we're talking about, but anyway, we'll still jabber on. But anyway, sorry.
That's it. Yep.
Mick?
Yeah, can't go past those 2. I think I saw the 3-2, Kalen and Bradman. And, and as you talk about, the Adam Elliott's and those guys in the engine room, that do a lot of the hard stuff that never gets any accolades.
100%.
So they're the players you want. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's passionate. Hopefully he can, make home. Him and Millie, home here in Newey.
Hopefully. And
then,
Leo Thompson, he's got a brother, twin brother, the same, plays Union. If he's any as good as Leo, bring him in.
Do you know Tyson Frizzell has a brother that plays for the All Blacks as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring him in too.
Bradman Best has a younger brother too that plays for the Roosters. Was it the Roosters? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. First name, not the? Not the best.
Well, simply.
But I mean, you could give that number 1, that 1 point to a number of the players. Like you can, and you can only beat what's in front of you.
That's
100%.
right.
Yeah, so they talk about the Dogs not being at their best, but the Knights didn't allow them to be at their best either, as you said. I was a bit concerned at half time when they went in at 30-0. I thought Serraldo's going to give these blokes a rev up, the Dogs, and they'll come out. But the Knights, the Knights went on with it, which was good to see.
Do you think they sort of dug deep too for Adam O'Brien, knowing that he's on the chop as well.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah.
Is he on the chop though? I mean,
Well-
was he?
As reported for the last few weeks from the papers.
You wouldn't believe anything.
No.
That's just trash meat.
End of the day, look, I don't say coaches should be sacked or shouldn't be sacked, and when it comes official from the club, well, that's when it's official. Yeah, on the corner.
Atlas. That'll do.
Huh?
The Greek goddess. I'm just laughing at Gary there. He's, showing a bit of cleavage over there. Sorry. Anyway, I'll put my head back into it now. Leo Thompson, 3 points. I thought he was outstanding. As I said, it's very hard to pick a 3-2-1 when they've all played very well. Kayla went to 2, and I give 1 to Jackson Hastings. Thought he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. And to be honest, I probably think it was Jackson's best game he's ever played for us.
Yep.
He scored 2 tries, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Mann was another one too.
Yep.
Scored one. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
I got a couple of special mentions, obviously, Lockie Fitzgibbon and Phoenix Crosland too. So,
But I like the way Kurt was playing too, where took him on from dummy half and had a bit of speed, and Phoenix went off for a bit. He darted up and passed it. Phoenix scored, didn't he?
yeah.
On that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was enjoyed it, Gary.
Pretty much what you had, Dean. Ponga for 3, Best for 2, and Leo for 1. The question, bud, who didn't score a try for the Knights?
Tyson Gamble.
Any others?
Dom Young.
Yeah. Oh, Dom Young. He had a shocker.
It wasn't his best game, wasn't it?
No. How many times did he drop the ball?
I know, at least 3.
Just trying to give him a bit of a chance, but they didn't.
Apparently.
Bulldogs didn't take it up.
Well, night of the round this week, guys. Caleb Byer.
Ponga.
All right, so
He's worth his 1.6.
For that the Knights would score 11 tries and Dom wouldn't score 1.
yeah, it would be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd hate to have him on your multi.
Yeah, who in their right mind would pick the Knights at 66 and Dom not to score?
That's like Braden. He come home halfway through the game and he's like, even closer to, like, in the second half, he's like, what? Am I seeing right?
I was pretty happy.
Yeah.
I nearly fell off the chair when Leo went over, and then pretty excited for him.
I don't think anyone expected it. Like, before the game started, I'm thinking, do I change my tip to the Bulldogs or do I just pick and stick? And I'm glad I did.
And there was a young fellow on one of the NRL sites we got that we're in, and he had a meme up said it was Josh Adokar and
Burton or one
might have been Burton. I said, "Do you want to hear a joke?" And he says, "Yeah." He goes, "Newcastle." So then I posted the score up. Said, what were you saying?" So
Won't mention any names. Hi, Tim.
anyway, what caught my eye this week, other than your lovely wife, or your husband, wife, whatever you want to call it? What caught your eye this week?
Why am I going first? All right. I've got 2. One's more like what got my goat.
Yeah, all right. You can have the. We'll start off the segment this
Or we
week.
do the goat after we do the. Make it a different segment.
Yeah, well, you can do the goat whenever you want, but we'll do what caught my eye now, and
Okay. All right. It was Mark Hughes at the Raiders and Titans game because it was Beanie for Brain Cancer round.
blowing the horn.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Who's telling this story? Get out. Take your dress and go. Anyway, it's a matter close to our heart. He blew the horn.
Blew his horn.
So there you go.
Sorry.
Thanks
I got
for
carried
ruining
away. No. Sorry for that, but I thought it was good that they actually did that, because it's only Raiders legends and stuff that get to do it. So for him to bring someone in that's not a Raiders, I thought it was a very, very good gesture of the milk. And
Do you know?
Do they actually blow it though? And don't be rude.
Yeah, I don't know.
no, it's a recording, because some bloke was there the other day and he's, but there was no sound coming out. Yeah.
Do you know
you'd have to have some good lungs to blow that.
You'd have to have some good disinfectant.
you know they raised $3.5 million for this weekend, just gone.
Holy cow.
And we were going to get involved with it this year, but just through commitments. But next year, Nighttime Podcast will be walking in it. I don't know how far, because, well, You can see my body; it's not really made for walking, but we will be doing something in
roll.
it. That's for sure. Because obviously, as you know, we're close to our family. So yeah, we'll be down there doing something for it next year. Corey?
Yeah, I was just going to say the two blowouts this week. Just unheard of.
Yeah.
Unheard of, really. That's what's caught my eye. It just doesn't happen. This is a rare feat.
Yeah, no, it's
As long as you see 60 or 70 points scored, it'll be 30 or 40 on both sides. But
Yeah.
for it to be one-way traffic.
But the pleasing thing too for Knights fans and that was that we kept them to 0.
Well, that last try.
The
yeah.
desperation.
Yeah.
You know, they all deserved quite a few beers.
That's
that
something
night.
I alluded to you when I texted you. That was probably the most pleasing part, is that they kept them to 0 on that last try that they were going to score.
Well, what caught my eye this week, other than Blanche over there, was when Jerome Luai went to tackle Melbourne Storm halfback Jerome Hughes. Nothing in it, and he gets penalised. And like, can you?
He wrapped his arm.
Can you not attack a kicker anymore? What do you go and go? Oh.
And then Harry Grant comes rushing in, all hero-like. James Fisher-Harris jumps in and he's like, I don't want to borrow this.
But in
Harry Grant admitted
in
that he pooped
Harry
his pants.
Grant's defence, would you want to have a go at Fish?
Well, don't pick on the smaller blokes.
No, but I'm saying,
Gutless
would you
wonder?
want to have a go at Fish? You've seen the size of his arms.
Well, it just made me proud that Fish stuck up for him.
Fish. Anyway, that's what caught my eye. Once again, you know, that should have been a penalty towards Penrith, I feel. Because, you know, started a melee, whatever, but there was nothing in it. Like, come on. What do we do now? We go up and wave a flag in front of him to balk him because you can't attack the kicker? Like, come on. Blanche?
The 100th game for Braden Brayley. He went through, and then the cameras sort of zoomed in on him, and he's standing there without the cameras, him knowing the cameras are on him, and he
Yeah.
Doing his hair?
fixing his hair up for a hard game.
Nice.
I was going to try and get it and give it to Adam to put on it so people could see it if they'd missed it. But the cameras coming on, it's his 100th game, blah, 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 blah. And he's sitting there, making sure there wasn't any out of place. Bit like mine.
Oh, Mick, and you are?
Mate. Oh, mate, the Knights. I think, mate, like, I know I'm probably, talking about something that everyone knows about, but it's just good for the town.
100%.
Like, to see the Knights, you know,
Well,
in
you've
the
been
circle, and in a big way. It's like, and to see the harmony in the team, like, that's when you talk about the defence late in the game, that's when you know that they're there for each other.
Yeah.
And that's what I think we've been lacking for quite some time in a way. So hopefully that'll just kick-start.
Well, being like in the the boss of the gal, you're in there pouring beers or whatever. The Knights fans come in, better moods when they're.
Oh, much better, mate. Much better. Yeah.
So it's
They definitely have a few more amber fluids celebrating than what they do. In commiserating.
So that's the
But,
thing. When the Knights going good, the town's happy. Everyone, the whole vibe in the town. That's what I keep saying. When they said that the Knights were in a bit of a bad patch at the moment, I said you need to sit them down in their training room and get half a dozen fans in, loyal fans that have been there for a long time, and tell them what the team means to them. You know, it's more than a team. It's you're playing for that emblem. You're not playing for a pay packet. It's been a one-town team, and Penrith are a bit similar. But yeah, it's good to see when the team's going good because everyone else is happy too.
That's right, mate. Yeah, lifts the town. And
I tell you what,
spirits are high.
I got used to losing over the years, but I tell you who does get absolutely filthy when they lose?
I'm not a good loser.
That's been a pretty rare occurrence, though, for the last 3 years, though.
Oh, imagine when we do start losing again. I'll be in tears. I'll keep Kleenex in business.
I don't say nothing.
Oh, so you're talking about me?
You couldn't see his eyes going.
No, I'm a really bad loser. I'll admit that.
She don't like it. I just sit there in quietness. I better not say anything because I might be on the lounge.
She
But
got
in her
back,
defence,
she got
she's not
back at
used
me
to it.
after the 2 losses against Parramatta.
You're a Parramatta supporter. You know.
I was a bit
The grand final would have hurt.
They did.
That's why
They just played a normal game. They didn't step
they
up
weren't
that
ready.
2 steps up the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit like 2001.
That's a long time ago.
We still got 4 in the 80s. I remember it because I'm that old.
Well, you're the only team, aren't you,
37 years of pain.
that went
Not
3
pain.
back to back to back?
Something like that, yeah.
Parramatta, yeah. So hopefully we do it this year.
They, you know, team in the 80s.
Back in the
Yeah.
That's when they played football and not touch football.
Yeah.
Anyway, we might take another short break and a couple of words from our sponsor.
Are you looking for something a little bit different, perhaps? Something a little bit out of the ordinary? Head down to the Liquidators Raymond Terrace. Liquidators is a discount variety store. They specialise in all sorts of different home decor items, candles, even hardware. There's costumes and wigs for that fancy dress party. There's art, all sorts of things that are a little bit different. Liquidators Raymond Terrace. That's 34 William Street in Raymond Terrace.
Alright guys, and welcome back. It's that time of night again. The time we go all the way up there to Townsville for the rush quarter of hour with Elliot. How are you, champion?
Doing well. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Guys, girls, whatever you want to call us this week.
I'm surrounded by ladyboys, except for Mick.
Well,
Interesting mix of dresses, I'm told.
Yes.
oh, well, one of them looks like Blanche from the Golden Girls, so but anyway.
Beautiful. That's gorgeous.
His head's just grew a couple of metres, but anyway.
I thought I was better looking.
Mate, what a stellar performance, eh?
Yeah, it was. The most impressive part for me was once we were up by a lot at half time. I wouldn't call us a ruthless team for the most part. So to see us go and put, I think, what was another 36 points on, actually really impressed me. And, you know, we were just saying before we jumped on, we've had a lot of those put on us. I remember when the Sharks, I think, did a similar scoreline to us at home a few years back. So it's nice to be on the other end of that.
The most pleasing thing for me, too, was the duck egg, the nil scoreline.
Yeah. Yeah, that effort at the end, and forgive me, I think it was Fitzy that came over the top in the tackle and a couple of other boys in there too. That stopped what looked like a certain try. Yeah, that was sort of the best part of the game for me. I thought that was great. Absolutely
love that.
The Knights certainly didn't fall asleep.
No. And again, I sort of thought, even when we were up, 50-0 or 56 or whatever it was, I thought, at some stage they'll probably let in a couple of loose ones at the end. But, yeah, as you said, the duck egg, that was good. And for and against will matter come to the end of the year. So, yeah, it all counts.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was good. And the Tigers, next week, hopefully we put on another big scoreline.
Yeah, and again, it'll just be making sure the mentality's the same of, okay, yep, we're on paper, we're a better team than these guys, but that doesn't mean anything for the next 80 minutes. You still got to get up, and you'd hope it'd be a pretty good crowd in Newcastle and get 2 points from the bye this week and hopefully can beat the Tigers and then see where we're at.
I'm very impressed with Jackson Hastings last week. I thought started playing his own game, running that line, and it showed 2 tries and probably our best performance he's had with us.
Yeah, I read a column midweek where he mentioned he wants to start running the ball a bit more. He's finally feeling confident again. Obviously, he had that horrible ankle break last year, I think it was. So he was feeling pretty much the best he's been physically, and you saw that in dribs and drabs against the Panthers. And yeah, I thought he was awesome. To be honest, I don't think there was a bad player on the field this past week, but it was nice to see him run the ball a bit.
And even Tyson Gamble starting to throw some good balls. I mean, some of them didn't come off, but they're starting to play their own game, I feel. And only a couple of weeks' time, I reckon you'll see the best of both them players yet again.
Yeah, well, actually, I thought it was ballsy as he swapping their side. So you would have seen Tyson on the left, and I think Jacko was on the right. Which, we hadn't seen this season, but quite obviously it worked against the Bulldogs, who just geez, they were a shambles. I felt bad for their young number 6 who got pulled before half time, and they just looked horribly disconnected. But again, I didn't feel too bad because I have seen Newcastle have that happen to them too many times.
100%. Yeah, but hopefully this is just a stepping stone, mate, of what's coming through. Like you said with the Tigers, and then we can sneak our way into the 8 and give it a real crack.
Yeah, well, again, you can never lock in 2 points. You would hope we can beat the Tigers. After that, the draw is pretty difficult. Don't quote me, but I think we might have Melbourne the week after or someone similar. And a few tough games there. I know our last 2 games of the year, for example, are South into Sharks. So there aren't many. Well, there's no easy games, but there's some particularly hard ones on the way. So my only concern is that a couple of the games they threw away, particularly the Panthers and Roosters ones. I hope that doesn't come back to bite them.
100%. Even the Dragons on the last game, that's not going to be an easy one.
No, and again, you just don't know what you're going to get either, do you, each week. On the weekend, I would never have thought we were going to put 66 on the Dogs. I thought that was going to be a competitive game too. So.
Yep.
100%. But, mate, Origin too. Good to see Bradman Best in and Jacob Saifidi.
Yeah, I try not to read too much on the internet because I just think there's too many idiots out there. But the amount of even Queenslanders up here that are knocking Brady pillar to post, anyone that, I know you guys have, anyone that's watched him closely this year, he has been one of the best centres in the competition. I think he's won battles against players that are either in the conversation of Origin or are playing Origin. I think defensively, after about round 3, I think he's been outstanding. I think it's been the biggest improvement, but his running game, and this is what I'll tell you, Jackson Hastings has been really good for him when he has been on that left side. He's just giving him early ball. He's the kind of bloke that needs early ball, and you can see what he does. Not just the holes he runs, but sometimes just running straight into blokes. He's so strong. I'm really happy for him. I can't wait to watch him.
100%. And I think he's the type of player that'll thrive on Origin too and really take it by the scruff of the neck. So, yeah.
And good on Brandy for sticking up for him.
Yeah, 100%. As we touched on earlier, that they'll, some of the media was, questioning the decision to put him in there, and Brandy stuck it to him, and good on him for sticking up for a young player like that.
Yeah, and I think too. You look at Katoni Staggs as one of the names that's getting thrown up. I actually don't think Katoni's been playing particularly consistent footy. I know the Broncos have been going well. He's had some great weeks, but I thought the Hammer won the battle against him on the weekends when they played, and I'm a fan of Katoni Staggs, but I can argue, and I think an unbiased way, that I think Bradman's been in better form.
Yeah, true. If it was to me, that it would have either been Brady or Tungle from or Tago, whatever you want to call him this week, from Penrith. Yeah, and Tungo was outstanding, of course, against us when they played too. But I think if you look at the entire season, I know Tungo was out injured for a period of time. Bradman's played consistent, good footy. I don't think he's missed a minute for us. There's some good players in there as well. Will Penasini, there are some good centres. But I don't think I could argue with the selection. The Jacob Saifidi one surprised me a little bit. I'm a fan of Saifidi's. I thought he was okay in the weekend. I think previous to that he's been struggling a bit. But in saying that, when he did play Origin for us last year, I thought he was enormous. I was a little bit disappointed for Tyson Frizzell. I didn't think he played badly in the Blues game.
And I didn't love Freddie's comments today, basically saying, him and I think Junior Paolo was the other one. They've had long careers in New South Wales. I didn't understand it. He was quiet in game 2, but he hardly had the ball. That's why. Defended well. Game 1, he was probably, him and Liam Martin were the best 2 players in New South Wales. I don't get it. If the policy is, okay, we're blooding new guys, well, then why isn't Nico Hines playing 6 to see if he can play 6 with Cleary at 7 next year? That one miffed me and actually frustrated me a little bit, to be honest.
Another one too, I'm a bit... Spencer at 19. I mean, to me, he would have been in my side, my 17 somewhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd probably argue that he'd be in there for Jacob Saifidi. But he's in the setup. The one I do like, and I know we've got Mrs. Penrith there, and I'm certainly not speaking ill of Dylan Edwards at all. I think he's an amazing player. I actually love Scott Drinkwater in that squad. I think him and Edwards are two totally different players, but if we're in a situation moving forward where, let's be honest, New South Wales struggles to score points, I don't know if Dylan Edwards is going to be the guy that's going to be creating chance after chance. He's going to work his bum off and he won't make a mistake. But the fact that Drinky has an amazing kicking game, his passing game is as good as anyone in the competition, and I think he's now up to third or fourth in they reckon the Dally M count that's now gone unofficial. I really like the idea of Drinkwater, which is probably an unpopular take, but taking over the one in years to come.
Look, I don't want any Penrith players in Origin. I've said it from the start, and I'm going to keep saying it. We're going for that three-peat.
I wasn't going to say.
Well, that works. That works.
And she, Luai, she wants them all out. So,
well, that's not going to happen.
But I mean, I love the aggression. You know, like the Clammers used to bring in that, and I just think Spencer Leno in Origin would just be, mate, it'd be worth the money just to watch him. He'd rip in like nothing else. The eyes on him, and I don't wish to see any injury on any player whatsoever. But I hope one of them comes down with a severe case of the man flu, and can't play for that game. And Spencer gets in because he's I don't know, he's something special, that bloke, and you know, as an aggressive kind of player, he's going to sell tickets. He's going to put bums on seats.
Yeah, and New South Wales are going for a really small-sized bench too. Reece Robson's name there, I still think Robson will start. Cook will go to the bench, but then you got Cook and Gutho on the bench, and you've got one middle forward in Jacob Saifidi. I think the only thing I can think of, unless Jake Trbojevic plays close to 80, is that Cam Murray will start at 13 and maybe shift into the middle, and then Isaiah will go to 13. I'm not 100% sure what the plan is there, but it's certainly, I was surprised to see two smaller bodies on the bench. I'm interested to see if they're actually going to use Gutho or let him sit there and rot for 70 minutes and use him in wasted minutes.
Well, I was a bit surprised with that too. Like, no disrespect, Gutho's been playing some good footy, but I just didn't think his selection on the bench was... I don't see what direction they're going with it.
With him and Moses together, though, Moses creates the opportunity for Gutho to go over.
Yeah, but who's he come on for? That's what. Yeah,
he'll probably change it.
I don't know, mate. And unless the plan is that Yo plays somewhere in the middle and Gutho comes on after half an hour, maybe even 50 minutes, and plays as the ball playing 13.
True.
I'm not sure what the plan is. I honestly think part of it's been. We've been injury scared in that we've had injuries early in games, the first two games, and we desperately want the cover. If, you know, is the example of him going down and Damien Cook playing the centres, spare me. But, you know, they want a little bit extra cover there. I wasn't totally sure on that one, but certainly can't argue Gutho as a player and effort areas, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, mate. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out anyway, but... Mate, we appreciate once again coming on and enjoy your weekend off with no nights. That's this weekend.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to have a guaranteed 2 points and not have a stress about it. I found points even during that Dogs game when we were up 4 or 5 tries. I still felt the nerves in me for God knows what reason. So a stress-free weekend's nice, and hopefully all the teams around us in the ladder will have a loss and we'll see her out.
It seems that everywhere you look these days, you're going to find somebody covered in tattoos. Tattoos are common, not like they used to be. So what do you do if you are wanting some ink that stands out from the rest of the pack? Head on down to Sayers Ink, check out some of their award-winning work. They are a great friend and sponsor of the show. Jump on their website and look at some of the work from John, from Scott, Army, Dean, Jess, Mandy. Their work is stellar, obviously long-lasting, and you'll be happy with the result. Sayers Ink, we can't promise it won't hurt, but we can promise great results. Jump on to sayers-ink.com.au.
Alright guys, and welcome back. And we've got another little intro of another little segment we're going to introduce throughout the week. It's the Try Not to Laugh Challenge by Grand Matriarch. So we're going to say some jokes. I'll say one to Kylie, she'll say one back, and every time, if one of us laughs, I have to have a nip of Grand Matriarch.
I reckon we get these two involved too. I'll say a couple of things, and if they laugh, they got to have a shot.
I'll be happy to have a swig.
Sounds great.
Right.
I'm going to drive home tonight.
You're not sleeping here, not in that.
I'll have a swig of the Little Dragon.
All right, little
How's that
drink. And, Grand Matriarch vodka. So, and you've got the Grand Matriarch vodka, the vanilla.
Yeah.
So, check it out. Good stuff, that. But, you want to go first? Ladies first?
I'll probably laugh at my own jokes.
Okay, I'll go then.
No.
Which
Okay.
lady are we talking about?
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, we're all
Do
ladies.
you want me to go or you want to go?
I'm afraid for the calendar. Its days are numbered.
Good one. That's pretty good. What has 4 wheels and flies? A garbage truck.
I'm laughing because he laughed. He's giggling like a
It
school.
don't matter. That's.
I didn't laugh at your poor joke. I laughed at Gary.
Next.
He needs a shot. My wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape. That would be a big step forward.
True. Why should you always knock on the refrigerator door before opening it?
In case the salad's dressing.
Next.
What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
Yeah, true. What did the egg say to the boiling water?
You crack me up.
It'll take a while before I get hard again, but I just got laid by a chick.
You laughed at your own joke. You laughed at your own joke.
Oh, nip. Hang on, I'll fix it.
Can't even get it open.
Oh, you're going to say something else then? That's not a nip.
Is that a nip?
Get out of it. Put some. Can't even see it.
You just want to get me drunk and take advantage of me in this dress.
Absolutely.
Next.
How do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You follow the Fresh Prince.
True. What did one butt cheek say to the other? Together we can stop this shit.
Not necessarily. Depends how runny it is.
Well, I'm not going to now.
We have a laugher.
Oh, Mick.
How does the moon cut his hair?
Not sure.
He clips it.
True. Oh. What's Forrest Gump's password?
One forest, one. I don't trust trees. They seem kind of shady.
True. Did you hear about the chicken who could only lay eggs in the winter? She was a spring chicken.
Fair enough. Might be too cold in the winter. What do you call someone with no body and no nose? Nobody knows.
True. I had a hen who could count her own eggs. She was a chicken.
Ew, what? I didn't laugh. I smiled.
Oh. Judges?
There was a little bit of a smile. But there was no giggle.
Kylie.
Nice try.
Kylie. Hey, can I just intervene for 1 second?
Probably not, but you will.
I will. After you tell the joke, look at each other in the eye, because you're just looking at the paper.
He got me.
Joking off.
Okay. Did you hear the rumour about butter?
No.
It's always been spread.
Well, I'm not going to spread it.
You can have a drink, bud.
Give me a shot. Give me a glass.
So this is the Grand Matriarch vanilla flavour. Beautiful.
Hit the back of your throat, did it?
It's not.
So the vodka.
I was waiting for it.
I'll drink that.
Take a drink.
They say the food you eat can affect your sex life. Some of you all better stop eating 1 minute noodles.
Look at each other. Look at
I'm
each
looking.
other.
I'm looking. What time did the man go to the dentist? 2:30. 2:30.
You got that?
You looked away though.
Oh, sorry. I think I'm all out. Where do you learn to make ice cream? Sunday school.
I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now. He keeps looking away.
Keeps looking away.
Cheat.
How excited farm girl.
A tractor.
True.
What did the drummer name her twin daughters?
I give up.
And a 1 and a 2.
And I'm out.
And you keep looking away. Okay. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house?
Yes,
Of course. A house doesn't jump at all.
that's right. What time is it when the elephant sits on your fence?
Time to get a new fence.
Sure is.
On that note,
On that note, you win. Because I had 2. Anyway, thanks for Grand Matriarch. That's our little for this week.
We'll have to have new rules on that one next time.
Yeah, that was just a...
all right, you can do it though.
The rules.
No, the game.
So, yeah. We might take another short break and be back shortly.
Major show sponsor, the Burden Automotive Group in Maitland and Port Stephens, comprising of Maitland Toyota, Port Stephens Toyota, Hunter GWM, Cardiff GWM, Port Stephens GWM, and also Hunter 4x4 accessories in Maitland and yes, in Cardiff. The Burden Automotive Group have been proudly supporting the community for 60 years. They've been supporting this show. Please go support the sponsors that support us.
Alright guys, and welcome back, and time for Around the Grounds this week, and Mick, being the guest, you want to do the honours?
Thanks, mate. I'll be happy to, brother. So, yeah, first up, we've got Cronulla and the Dragons. Cronulla 52 over the Dragons 16.
I was looking okay. We did score first.
You won the toss.
Yeah, no.
Still talking yourself up, are you?
Nah. Things will change, mate. Like, I know I give you shit about it, but every club goes through it. We've been through it. Now it's just your turn. You will come through.
I'm just brave enough to actually accept it. And
Oh, yeah, you know, a lot of people rip, you know, me off for the Knights and, but, you lose. And I said, mate, throw what you want at me. I said, we went through 4 years of spoons. I said, nothing can, you know.
just goes to show what a true supporter is, doesn't it? You go through
that's
thick and
right.
thin. So,
Exactly, mate. It's a cycle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got a Dragons tattoo on you?
no, I don't.
Not true supporter.
No. Dad has. He's got one.
As you can see, with my cleavage. But, yeah. She has a panther.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's covered over now, isn't it? Got to get a new one.
I got it when I was 18. And it
Yeah.
faded. Yep.
What's this got to do with Around the Grounds?
Tattoos of
Looking
your
at
team.
his chest?
Yeah. He just wanted to draw attention to this.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Nico Hines, because he was hard done by not to be chosen in the
Yeah.
Origin side, mate. Dalian Player of the Year, won by a street last year.
I do agree with that too, but like you look at Dylan Edwards, Clive Churchill medalist last year, probably arguably one of the, if not the best fullback in the game, and they won't pick him because of Tedesco. I mean,
See the rumour now, they're thinking, we're totally off track here, but if we win this game in Origin, Tedesco will probably retire his Origin duties.
good. No disrespect, he's been a great player, but I think it's time to move over and give Edwards a go. Well, and you got Drinkwater as well, but
Also, you got a few people you can just go throw Mitchell back there, Tommy Turbo. There's so many people that you can throw there.
But I think it's time for Dylan Edwards to have a crack. He's deserved it for years. He's, you know, when you can't even get on the Kangaroo Tour, but you're the best, the Clive Churchill winner. Oh, come on.
Did he play in the World Cup at the end of the year?
No,
Did he
didn't
go
get
away?
in.
No, he didn't get picked for that.
No, so like
He's
how?
only been a club game player.
How? Was he
got
Dalian?
no experience.
Was he fullback of the year last year? Dalian?
No, I'm pretty sure he was.
Well, yeah, come on. And yeah, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. But yeah, Nico Hines, you got to feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Like you said, come on. Brandy Alexander said it well today. He said, I do feel sorry for him. He said, but it's not the direction we're going in. So he didn't fit in, you know, with the rest of them. So
Because they put him in the wrong spot and then pulled his pants down to embarrass the poor bloke.
oh, that would have been embarrassing.
Honestly, yeah, it's about like the Sharks got a great attacking record. Like it's about scoring some points in this one. Like, and if they were willing to change,
Yeah.
and try to blood some new players, I reckon he was a prime candidate.
That's right.
The
Well,
changes they've made, I just think he can consider himself
Well, they're saying they're trying to blood some new blood. Well, that doesn't make sense bringing in
33-year-old Walker, yeah.
because he's already been there too. So you'd throw Nico in, and if they're trying to blood new blood, like you said, why wasn't Spencer playing? Travojevic has been there, done that. So wouldn't Spencer come
I think
in?
Jake is a really good.
He is,
He's
but
a
if they're
safe
looking to
player.
if they're looking to blood new people because of this game's not going to win, or Spencer should have been there. So I honestly hope someone comes down with a real bad case of the man cold or something, and he gets in. Nah, he's one of those players that doesn't come around very often, but it was made and built for Origin. This bloke, he's another Harrigan. Harrigan was made for Origin, and I reckon this bloke is just going to set the house on fire when he gets in the Origin. You watch it; it'll be like they'll be talking about him for weeks to come.
Like they do Luai.
No, but I feel sorry for Luai in a way too. I think he was a scapegoat for a lot of it. Didn't really put a foot wrong. He didn't set the world on fire, but didn't do anything wrong. And I just didn't know about. I would find that a bit of a hard one.
Other than the injuries like Travojevic, I would like to see him stick. Okay, well, we did have the right chemistry here. We just didn't gel. But here's your last chance to have a crack at it.
That's right.
Because if Bradman comes out and doesn't have a great game, is that cruel his chances then of getting chosen down the track?
My worry with Bradman is, and you'll probably remember this one, Mick, Jared Mullen, thrown in the deep end Origin game, never recovered from that. Never recovered from that, and I reckon his whole career was injuries too, but I reckon that killed his career. I don't think it had stuff with his mental game, because he didn't play well. And I mean, they're big shoes to fill, and comparing you to Andrew Johns.
Exactly.
So I just hope that it's not too. I said that when I first heard it too. Excited for Bradman, he deserves his chance, but I just hope it's not too soon. Only Bradman can really tell that, and let's hope he comes our way, and 100%. Hopefully he does, but time will tell. But Nico he's got to feel sorry for him.
Yep. Can Cronulla win the comp?
No, I don't
we
think
move
so.
on?
Not yet.
No, they seem to have trouble beating any top 8 side.
Their time will come. 12 months, 2 years, I reckon they'll be up there, but just not quite at the moment.
Not quite there. Okay, moving right along. The Bunnies 28 over the Warriors 6.
Very disappointing.
Bit of a surprise over there too.
Atrocious conditions.
Yeah, I didn't think Souths would win it, but that's what 4 or 5 losses they had in a row if they lost on the last weekend. So
Well, the Warriors I still think the Warriors are premiership contenders. But that was a very poor, probably one of their worst games of the year.
the thing about the Warriors, when you've given them favouritism, they don't seem to show the favourite that they should be winning. But when they've got their backs against the wall, they're
Well, they're still 4th, is that right? Running 4th?
something like that, maybe 5th.
Real dark horse. I think they're still a premiership contender.
They can throw in a wobbly one though, can they? Melbourne 16, done by the Penny Panthers 34.
When they were up 14-0, I was like, I'm about to turn this TV off. After that Nelson Asafa-Solomono try, I'm like, nah, that's rigged. This game is going to be heavily handed to the Storm.
You've done that well.
Oh, his name's easy. It's just Tino
Yeah.
Fasua
I
Mawalawa.
just call him Big Nelson. That's easy. But, I'll ask you, Mick, any other team, would they come back from 16-0 against the Storm?
It's just, it was on Storm, wasn't it? For them just to, not to get it and just grind teams down. But the Panthers, mate, and I think that's what shocked them was to score 3 tries in 8 minutes, whereas heading into half time.
I mean,
You've got to take your hat off to the Panthers, without Cleary. They just still.
I would hate to say it,
They
but
still just turn up, don't they?
I was wrong. I said Jack Colger's probably not the answer for this period. I was wrong. He's playing pretty well, just doing what he has to. But a lot of credit's got to go to the forwards for Penrith, Fish, Leota, and Likes, because it really stood up.
It was the first game played at Marvel Stadium since round 7, 2010. Amy Parker's out of action due to the Women's FIFA World Cup.
And I tell you what, I like it.
So was Suncorp as well.
Yeah. But I like Marvel Stadium. It was marvellous, I thought.
What was the crowd figure? Anyone know?
Not sure, but we'll get our statistician onto that. But the thing I like about it, okay, you had that kind of weather over New Zealand with that stadium. Shut the roof.
Yeah, because there was massive big puddles over in New Zealand.
And, you know, not just better football conditions, but it's better for the fans. So, yeah, I reckon all stadiums that are being built now should have a roof over them that can open and shut when they need to. I think it's great. Yeah, but for me, Penrith are probably back to themselves as premiership favourites again.
It's going to come down to the battle of fitness.
Well, you look at Penrith. You look at the Knights when we played them the other week, we were out in our arse, and Penrith just kept going. I know we had a lot thrown at us, but yeah, they're a fit team.
Could the injury to Nathan be a bit of a blessing in disguise too? As
100%.
The back end.
It is, because he didn't get picked for Origin, obviously, for obvious reasons, and then now he can concentrate on...
And he's going to be fit. Like
he's-
last year,
Yeah.
fit going into the finals.
But his dad was a bit cheeky in that press conference. He said,
it was.
maybe we play better without him.
Imagine
That was
the
only stirring him up.
Yeah.
imagine the dinner conversations that night.
Yeah, thanks,
I'll
Dad.
tell you one thing though, it does put Jack Cogger's price up for someone else to snap him.
That's what happened with who's that dude? O'Sullivan. He went to the Dolphins. He was really good. Stepped in really nicely.
Might get a call up for the Tigers.
Well, Canterbury have just signed Toby Sexton today,
Yeah.
or yesterday, whatever day it was. So
Our statistician, 25,829 the crowd was. Thanks, thank you. From upstairs, just got that for her. Yeah, so pretty big crowd.
well done, David Middleton.
Yeah.
Well, the Storm crowd were booing at everything.
Yeah, while we're on that subject of booing too, we'll just quickly, they were booing at everything, but while we're on that, I think it was absolute disgrace, and I don't care if you're a Canterbury fan or not, those that were there, the profanities and the shit that was said to the players and the booing at half time, then they walked out on their team with 35 minutes to go. Like, come on. We went through 4 years of spoons, got our ass handed to us, and I never once booed our team off. And stayed to the end. Like, come on, they're not going to get out of it if you do that.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, moving on.
Not a true supporter, mate. You can't support them when they're losing.
Nah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Don't support them when they're winning. No, for sure. Tight one. Canberra 26 over the Gold Coast 22.
Controversial no try to David Fafita.
Oh, really?
What does everyone think? Did anyone?
Yeah, that was a bit 50-50, wasn't it?
I didn't watch it, but I tipped the Titans.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, I'm happy for it to be the way it went because it got my footy tip right.
He does sort of grab a handful of jersey. Fogarty does. He as they both sort of going to the ball.
I mean, you look at that, if you grab the jersey, you sort of, you've got, it goes back to what in the bunker, pick it up, you know, and rule on it. But, yeah, I'm happy for it. Got my tip in.
Yeah.
Moving on.
North Queensland 74.
Ah.
West Tigers 0.
I feel sorry for the Tigers.
This is my Smoky to go close to winning it now.
What, the Tigers?
No, the Cowboys. They've got the momentum. They really have.
I hate to say it.
But it's the Tigers. No Appy, no Brooks. And Cowboys beat Penrith when Penrith were missing Origin starts.
I just still think the Cowboys have still got a bit.
They're starting.
They've had a bit
I
of
will be
momentum.
convinced when Cowboys can beat Melbourne or Penrith again with a full strength side.
Oh, they will. No, I mean, I mean what you're saying there too. No, that's not what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying, but I just think they're starting to change. But you're right, they've got to beat a decent side, but I hope they come good because I tipped them. But I mean, that'll be a good grand final. Obviously, if the Knights can't get there, Cowboys Penrith.
Broncos Penrith, and we knock Broncos out.
Well, if Cowboys do it, they have to. I reckon they won't make the 4, so they'll be one of the first teams outside the 8 in a while to make the grand final. So
Yeah,
We just got those robust ribbon quadders and that sort of stuff, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have the Cowboys beat the Eels?
Just like that wrecking ball sort of player.
Can't remember.
No, neither can I.
What about a Penrith Parramatta grand final again?
No, thanks.
If it's the same as last year, yeah.
Either way, we'll be. If Penrith get their win, we'll have to fly back from Queensland.
We'll be in Coffs Harbour. We'll put our feet up and watch it.
I was going to say we might be able to get the nighttime helicopter to take us back.
Does it say something about like maybe the talent pool though is not quite as deep as with so many teams? They're talking about bringing in another team. That is there enough quality players? Once you have 2 or 3 injuries of your main guys, it's always going to be hard. But
As long as it's
to
not.
get towed up 74 zip.
Well, you got a good point there, but as long as if they are to bring in a team, as long as it's not like another Brisbane team or another Sydney team. Like, come on, you got the Broncos, you got the Dolphins, you got the Titans, you got heaps of Sydney teams. Western Australia has to be.
Well, they've thrown up Papua New Guinea, haven't they?
Yeah,
As a
well, Fiji.
oh,
one of them
oh,
twos. Yeah.
Oh, Fiji. Yeah.
I think if you've got a good junior base, you'll go places. That's that's your grounding starting point, really.
But
Yeah.
I just don't like this. Was it Queensland Tomahawks or whatever they were called, or Fire Ants or something they were talking about?
Firehawks.
Yeah.
There's something like that. Something like that.
Okay, so another
Close.
franchise out there.
Yeah, like come on, because they're called at the moment they're something, and there's already is it Tigers? Something.
Yeah, I think so.
There's
Something
a,
Tigers.
there's a Brisbane Tigers in the
Yeah.
QRL.
That's them.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get in,
Yeah.
but they've got to change their logo.
Yeah.
Well, and we've got enough Brisbane teams at the moment. It's called National Rugby League. Well, there's no team in Western Australia for a start. Throw one over there. They deserve it. Bring back the Western Reds. And, throw North Sydney Bears to run over there or whatever. But, yeah, bring back the Reds. I like the Reds. I thought they were great.
Well, they won their first ever game.
They did. With Mark Geyer and the likes.
Yep.
Peter Mulholland, coach.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Yep.
And Rodney Howe.
Yep.
You liked the Rams, didn't you?
Yeah, I usually get my home loans through the Rams.
You see my guy's young bloke playing there?
Maverick.
Maverick.
Yeah, gee, he looks like he might be something.
Yeah, I tell you who's another good player, speaking of Penrith too, there's another Nathan Cleary Jr.
Jed.
Jed,
Or Jet, I don't know.
one of the two. But
Jet. I think it's Jet Cleary.
he apparently is carving up. They reckon he's going to be as good as Nathan, if not
Scored a
better.
hat trick off the bench.
I mean, that's
Has he got a good solid chin as well?
I'll say, but you're going to get one on there in a minute.
I'll punch you on the chin, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Not everyone can be as good looking as you, Corey.
No.
No, I'm
Not
being
that outfit.
sarcastic. Sorry, I forgot to use my sarcasm font.
Anyway, moving on,
Moving
Mick,
on,
before there's a fight.
This is the longest one around the grounds we've ever had.
Battle of Brisbane, Broncos 24 over the Dolphins 16.
How many home games are the Broncos going to get?
I tell you what, but sorry, Mick, they can't win on day games, can they?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Nah. This would have to be the first ever game like NRL played at the Gabba.
Yeah. Yeah, true. It was. I think it was, yeah.
We didn't.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You
Has it
wouldn't-
ever played there before?
I don't think so.
I think it was the first, yeah.
Yeah?
But that was a pretty close one. But I mean,
You've got that thing dangling.
I told you I was so good looking.
Say what?
It's like a Christmas tree.
no more
got
Christmas
that thing
tree you're
hanging.
putting up.
He's got that thing hanging.
Oh.
We don't want to know about that
Anyway, moving on, Mick. The next one, huh?
before it goes wrong here.
Are they
And the big
not?
one, Newcastle 66, Canterbury 0.
Yes, I might frame that.
Wasn't there? They broke the club record,
Blake broke a few records.
and didn't they? Someone said, was it 2 years ago? They beat Manly. No, or Manly beat the Bulldogs. Same score, exact same score, 66-0.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know.
Yeah, and speaking of Manly,
So the Manly over the Roosters 18-16.
Just got over.
Good.
I
Yeah.
hear there's problems at Bondi. Player unrest with the coach.
Well, he's been there for a long time, so I reckon,
Okay. I know it's a big if, but if the players say, look, this is true and that they are not getting along, they say, look, it's either him or us, does the Knights go after Trent Robinson then? Because He's a former Newcastle Knights reserve grade coach.
Oh, keep O'Brien.
No, I was saying, will they? This is not what I want. Will the Knights do it?
Probably as an assistant to
it's a
O'Brien.
very, very, well experienced. Well, they
Will he
used-
take
they-
a pay
Adam
cut to
O'Brien
be-
did have an assistant to Trent a
Yeah.
few years ago.
Yeah.
If Adam O'Brien goes and Trent is on the market, why not? Why give him a call?
I say no.
I think he might be a little bit outdated at the Roosters now.
I don't-
He's been there too long.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I just think. Oh, I don't care if he's watching, but I know he watches quite regularly. But
Hi, Trent.
he just comes
That's the
across
flight
as
steward.
arrogant to me. Do you get that same vibe? He just comes across a bit arrogant.
There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Penrith are arrogant, apparently.
well, I go back to the press conferences. Okay, he doesn't seem to give the team. He just has his team beaten by 20 points. Rather than go, look, mate, we're beaten by a better team. He just doesn't seem to.
He was complaining about the referees again. So
Yeah, when doesn't he?
And my Jared, if Jared gets in trouble, oh, my Jared,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Anyway, what time will tell. Ah,
Yeah.
so that's Around the Grounds for this week.
Yeah.
Brought to you by the gal this week, Around the Grounds.
So goes by the go.
And time for a bit of Origin, and then your jokes.
Why not?
Sounds good. All right, there's the Maroons. I'll do the Blues. One of you can do the Maroons.
Didn't have a spare one there, did you, Carl?
No, sorry, mate.
I only printed it off once.
Read
Sorry.
the spare one first. Number 1, James Tedesco. 2, Brian Tiltle, Stephen Crichton and Bradman Best as centre pairing. Josh Addo-Carr on the other wing. Cody Walker, Mitchell Moses in the half. Jake Travojevic, Damien Cook, Regan Campbell Gillard in the front row. Liam Martin, Keon,
Kolomatangi.
that's him. Cameron Murray, Zaio, Jacob Saifidi, Reece Robson and Clint Gufferson. Scott Drinkwater and Spencer Lenu, 18th and 19th man. So who's going to get the man flu? So Spencer can come in.
Still pushing for
doesn't
that.
matter as long as he gets in.
Yeah, I don't care if he plays fullback, as long as he gets in. Like, oh mate, do the Maroons.
So at 1, AJ Brinson comes in for the suspended Reece Walsh. On the wings are Xavier Coates and Murray Talangi. The centre pairing are Valentine Holmes and Hamassai Tabuai Fidei. And the 5'8 is Cameron Munster, and the halfback is Charlie Cherry Evans and captain. Up the front is Ruben Cotter, Harry Grant, and my favourite player or word is Tino Fasili Malawali. Carrigan, Nanai and Fafita, and in the bench is Hunt, Collins, Fodawaker, and the Ginger Cat, Corey Horsburgh.
Yeah, old Garfield, the big ginger cat. Yeah, see, you want Spencer there because a few of them, you got some aggression players there. And Tino's got a bit of aggression. Let Spencer loose on him. Like, come on, it'll be worth the admission. Like, I reckon you'll see the big ginger cat come on and try.
I think this is a good. He's been on the cusp for a couple of.
Yeah, well deserved.
Yeah.
Like we say this with respect to
Yeah.
people that have first listened to us. We were at the game there and he walked past us and we're right on the action, so we give them players a little bit of stick when they walk past. But I said, "Hey, Garfield, you big ginger cat," and he looked at us and he laughed and he thought it was good. So, I mean, it's good when you have a bit of banter with them like that. Although we had one there a couple of weeks ago, Kylie, after Penrith played the Roosters the following week, we played them. So Kylie had a big sign that said, JWH, Spencer says hi, and there's a big picture of Spencer Leonard. He seen it, like the NRL's official said, go over and get a photo with it and sign it or whatever, you know. No, wouldn't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't like it, but...
Bit precious.
yeah, we've had a few over the years, that have been good. Like
The one that weed himself when he played for the Warriors.
Russell Packer.
Remember he went.
Remember he weighed himself?
He couldn't be bothered waiting to go to the toilet, so he just let loose on the field.
He walked past us and I said, "Hey, wee wee." I said, "You've had a pisser of a game," and he laughed and went, "Good one," you know. So
Yeah, he wasn't nasty.
it was a good sport.
Yeah.
He did play for the Knights for a few years, didn't he?
No, he
Oh,
was
that's right.
signed.
He signed, and then he got done. He got in trouble, didn't he?
He got sent to jail for grievous bodily harm.
Yeah.
So didn't actually
Yeah,
play for
he ended
us.
up going to St George after that. Yeah,
And that was his problem.
yeah.
How'd that go for him?
Yeah.
He actually went okay.
He was a good player.
Yeah, I thought when he come back into first grade, he had to go through the reserve grade, and get his fitness and whatnot. But
Was it
when he came on to play for us, he actually was quite about one of our better players a few
Was
years
it
ago.
when he was playing for St George when him and Clemmer had a run in? Clemmer was with the Dogs
Yeah,
still?
I can't remember.
He offered Clemmer out in the car park. Yeah, they were really fiery. But yeah, good fellow. Like, you know, things like that is good banter and good fun.
Yeah.
It's a mongrel, mate. A mongrel in your pack.
Yeah, that's right. Like, bring it back. Bring it back. That's why I love Clemmer so much too, because he was your mongrel, but he was also your protector of your younger little guys too. He'd be straight in there. We got some now, but I reckon Leo Thompson can take that role now. He's a up and coming. He's going to be really good for us. Anyway, how do you see this? New South Wales?
Nope.
Queensland?
Whitewash.
Afraid so, mate.
Yeah, I think so. But
All the talk about the New South Wales side, no one really knows what direction they're going. So they brought Gutho in to do what? What will he be? Like, yeah, there's just
So
been
I think
so
they're
many question marks.
using him as a extra back there on the bench because what happened in game 2. Yeah, I mean, so that's a panic sort of selection.
if not, he'll have to
It's
go
a-
on in 13
Oh.
and push Cameron Murray to some, maybe the back row a bit more. Then maybe push one of the back rowers up the front row.
Yeah.
How do you see it going?
Yeah, I reckon it'll be tighter than people think, but I think Maroons might just clip us at the end. But saying that too, yeah, anything's possible. Origin's a total different kettle of
I'll
fish.
be interested to see what crowd they pull.
Apparently, it's close to sellout.
Close
Right,
to
so they
capacity,
still...
yeah.
Apparently,
How do you see it going, Gary?
There's no bet on this, okay?
the bet is you'll put your clothes back on.
New South Wales.
Oh, well, some.
Hang
And
on.
I found out, see, use it all just sort of like this, but I've dug deep and I found out the direction that they're going.
Is it one direction or?
No.
Have they flipped the
It's
coin
no
already?
direction.
The direction is
That's his
to the other
brother's.
end for the try. The try line, that's what the direction is. Go that way and get a
Alright.
try.
Because there's some more Parramatta players, see?
I'm going to put it out there. Corey.
No,
No,
bets.
no.
Bets are off.
For the go-kart weekend,
I won't be wearing this lovely chiffon
yes.
dress with a silk underlay and the spaghetti straps.
He's enjoying it a little bit too much.
You got a scoreline prediction, guys?
Sorry?
A scoreline prediction? The New South Wales by how many?
6.
7. Mitchell Moses, my bold prediction. Mitchell Moses
Has
for
to be
a
him,
field
doesn't
goal
it?
to
Yeah.
put that extra one out.
The surprise to me was that they dropped Paulo. I thought he had
Yeah.
a couple of good games.
I thought he played.
And for Zell too. I was
Yeah.
surprised with Zell.
Even Hudson Young didn't go too badly, I didn't think.
Well,
All right,
Straight and hard.
Queensland,
yeah.
New South Wales.
Yep.
Loser wears a dress to go-karts.
No,
I can't drive in this,
no, no,
I don't even
no.
wear dresses.
No more bets on
I can't
dresses.
breathe in this.
You haven't worn one yet.
It was close enough.
Men used to wear that. Oh, they probably still do in Greece.
In medieval times.
Greek.
What's Mick doing on the 29th?
Oh, I've already tried.
Mick doing? I don't know.
Big
Probably out with my
Dylan.
gardener. Actually, he doesn't look a bit like little Mick Dillon. Yeah.
Mick doing had one top lip as well.
You're going to have a fat one, aren't you?
Well then.
Anyway,
Can't hit a woman.
on that note, let's have some real humour.
I don't know. They're doing all right without me.
Time for Crazy Ladies Jokes of the Week. We got a little bit off sidetrack there.
That's what happens when you wear a dress. At a wedding party recently, someone yelled, "All the married people, please stand next to the one person who has made your life worth living." The bartender was almost crushed to death.
Oh.
Has that happened to you, Mick?
It has actually, mate. Upstairs at the gal.
Being the bartender, I must say too, you know, but you had to elaborate on it.
Yeah. A woman visits her husband in prison. Before leaving, she tells a correction officer, "You shouldn't make my husband work like that. He's exhausted." The officer laughs and says, "Are you kidding? He just eats and sleeps and stays in his cell." The wife replies, "He just told me he's been digging a tunnel for months."
Oh,
Love it.
And one more, which is the kicker.
oh, do I have to drink?
No.
Oh, cool.
3 nuns were talking. The first nun said, I was cleaning in Father's room the other day, and do you know what I found? A bunch of porno mags.
Yeah, that'll do.
What did you do? The other nuns asked. Well, of course, I threw them in the trash. The second nun said, well, I can top that. I was in the father's room putting away the laundry and I found a bunch of condoms. Oh my, gasped the other nuns. What did you do? They asked. I poked holes in all of them, she replied. The third nun fainted.
They get better, don't they? I tell you what, I have missed the Johnny jokes.
I can go back to Johnny.
Yeah.
Have you got a Johnny joke there?
I probably do.
Just to finish off?
All right, let me have a look.
Got the jokes.
Yeah, I've got some.
Well,
Oh, maybe I don't. No, I don't.
why does a chicken coop have 2 doors? Because if it had 4, it would be a chicken sedan.
That's not bad jokes of the week.
That come from our editor.
It's the way you tell it.
No, it's not.
Sorry, Adam. I
How
was trying
excited
to
a
stick on
farm
me.
girl, Mick?
Oh, I don't know, mate.
A tractor.
Okay, now let it
Like
loose.
it?
Do
No,
your
he
Harley.
pretended
Get
to
it
like
over and
it.
done with.
Yeah, do your Harley one.
Probably forgets
Harley.
it.
Oh, mate, I can't remember. It's so good. Oh, if I had a son... I can't remember it now.
If David,
Yeah, I can't remember.
if I had a son and named
And my name was... I can't think of it now. Eh? You got me on the spot. Anyway, is that you for the week?
Yep.
We'll do it next week. Thanks for coming in again. Thanks for making me wear this dress.
I didn't make you do nothing. You were convinced. You said you were quietly confident that the Knights were going to win.
Yeah, well, you know what that did?
Maybe you should have made the bet against the Bulldogs.
We went to get the dress on the weekend and
I nearly wet myself.
I couldn't fit in hardly anything. And the people that watch me try them on, they're just looking at me like I'm weird. And Portia's just sitting there with the camera coming out and said, no, put the camera away. I don't think her or Portia's laughed so hard.
Michaela was there too. She needed a good laugh.
Yeah, Michaela, our daughter, was there, but yeah. Anyway, catch you next week.
Yep.
I'd say go the Panthers, but you're guaranteed to win.
Good.
And it's probably the last time you two have a bet on it.
Nah, I reckon.
Nah, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
It's all good fun, shits and
Yeah.
giggles.
We have to get creative though and come up with something
Yeah, or maybe
else.
we'll.
Well, we've got a year or so.
Well, it's not like we're going to play in the finals.
Something in the Fletch and Hiney mould. Some of the crazy stuff they got.
Yeah.
Well,
We need to do some research.
saying that too, we're going to do like a little new thing where I don't know, we haven't got a name for it yet, but it's like the Daredevil dudes I used to have on the footy show. But
Yeah, when we go to Queensland, he's going to get in the slingshot.
Yeah.
Should have no talent.
Yeah.
what I was saying was
That seatbelt.
because we're on that subject because
not.
thanks to Extreme Go-Karting at Warners Bay on the 29th of July, the crew will be there participating in our first ever nighttime Grand Prix. And this will be first of a few, and we're going to also G it up where the listeners can come in after. This will be our introduction one, and you might see a few people dressed in a few things.
Is there a trophy coming?
We can organise something like that.
Mr. Purnell himself?
Yeah, for Purnell Trophies. But yeah, after this one, we're going to do a few days where we'll get all the listeners that want to come, and we'll do a nighttime Grand Prix, and the winner can take home a trophy or something. Yeah, but check it out. It's going to be a barrel full of laughs. It's 2-story track, and yeah. So what's the loser going to do? The loser out of the whole thing.
That'll probably be me.
Shout the bar.
Get a mohawk.
Well, you're going to lose.
I'm not doing it then.
No, I've seen you race. You'll go all right. Yeah. But anyway, check it out. So, till
I might do a Porsche. Get the poos and just leave the cart in the middle of the
Oh.
racetrack.
We're up Queensland, we went go-kart, and Porsche was in it, her and Cruz, and I was under a tunnel, so she hit the wall, she got the shits, threw the helmet off and walked off the track.
And we got in trouble.
Good on you, Porsche.
The owner of the track's going, no. Well, anyway, if you're lucky, we might put you on too. Anyway, till next week.
Bye.
Catch you next week.
Okay, guys.
99.
We'll take another few short messages and we'll be back shortly.
Palmy or Palmer, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's Palmy, by the way. The best schnitzels in town are just around the corner at Harry's, where they cook chicken the way nature intended, flattened, crumbed and golden. Nothing beats a good schnitzel. There are burgers, there's chips, there's all sorts of wonderful food there to be had. Grab yourself a Harry's loyalty card, get on down and enjoy some of the best chicken you'll ever have. It's really good schnit. Get on to Harry's at the Junction, Jesmond, Marketown, Thornton, Erina and Toronto. It is Sasquatch approved. It is Nighttime Podcast approved. Harry's Schnitzel's the best in town.
All right, guys, it's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number one, who we got there?
Elaine.
Oh, g'day, Elaine. How you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
No, not too bad after that beautiful win on the weekend.
Oh, wasn't it good? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great experience.
Oh, it's good to be back in the winner's circle, isn't it?
It is. Proud to have the flag flying out the front.
Oh, that's the go. You'll have to send a photo of that indoors.
Yeah, I will actually. Yeah, I've got some photos of it. I can do that. No worries.
Nah, that'll be great. What's your question for us this week?
Well, my husband and I are just watching, I taped the NRL 360. We taped that on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday night on Fox. And we've just been watching it, and they interviewed Billy Slater. Now, it struck me while I was watching that Billy Slater is extremely relaxed. He doesn't seem to have any stress about him. But Freddie, to me, seems laid back.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, because Billy said that he actually said in the interview that they haven't spoken about winning. What they speak about in training and before they go out on the field is representing Queensland and playing for their state.
Yeah,
they don't talk about winning.
It's a different kettle of fish, would you say, being a Maroons up there. They say the Maroon blood that goes through them is, it's a unique experience. And they love it. I mean, look at the dominance they've had for so long. So, yeah. I'm not sure if Brad Fittler's going to be there for much longer. Is it time for a new change, new direction?
I believe so. I do. I do.
Who would you bring in?
Mick Ennis.
Yeah, I like the grubbiness. I love a little bit of niggle. Yeah. That could be an interesting one, actually.
It would.
Mick Ennis and Danny Badaris.
Yeah.
I like Mick Ennis. I like that kind of style of play where, you got a little bit of grubbiness and aggression. Yeah,
and I think you have to have that if you're going to come up against Queensland.
Oh, 100%. This is why I've been barking this for so long. Spencer Linu he's got to be there. I don't know why he's not. I
was surprised too.
Yeah, we all love that kind of stuff, You even got, to an extent, Tyson Gamble a little bit with us now. I love that. I love it.
I mean, if Spencer Lenu looked at me the way he looked at Maria Hargraves a couple of weeks ago, I think I'd faint.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't. What do you guys think? Mick?
Yeah, so watching Brent Reid when we're having a chat, and Brandy's always been great throughout the entire series, very still composed even though they're under the pump, but he actually when he was sticking up for Bradman, it was feeling the strain and the stress of it, Elaine. So I think because Queensland had it good for so long, and we were just waiting for Cameron Smith, Thurston, everyone to retire, and for New South Wales to then have our day in the sun.
And I think Brandy handled himself rather well. Like the amount of stuff that was thrown at him too, and how he handled himself. I mean, he's another class act. I think that New South Wales need to keep on board. Hopefully that answered your question for you. On the panel tonight, we got Mick from the Gal, so the Gallipoli Club there in Newcastle. So have you ever down that?
How are you, Mick?
How are you, Elaine? All right, mate?
Yes, thanks. Pretty good.
Ever down that way, jump over and say good day and have a nice cold beverage at the gal. They'll
Always welcome, Elaine.
hope you enjoy the rest of the show, and obviously we'll get 2 points this week, and hopefully we can get another good performance against the Tigers, but I don't want us to hurt the Tigers too much because I've still got a soft spot for Clemmer.
Yeah.
50 will do.
Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, but we've been there. We've been there. We've had to go through that.
Oh, haven't we? What? 50 will do, but I reckon just 50 nil.
Okay, fair enough.
Awesome, Elena. Thanks again for calling in, and we appreciate your support of the show. And go the Knights.
Yep, go the Knights.
Don't forget.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 2. Who we got?
Yeah, g'day, it's Damon from Killarney Vale, and my question is, do you guys think the Knights will make the 8 this year?
Ooh. Yes, I'll let you guys answer that first.
Well, they'll be pushing for it, but I think there's a few games where they probably should have won. They might have missed out on. So I think, maybe just miss out this year, but, onwards and upwards.
They've got a very tough run home.
Yep.
They play a lot of the sides that are above them and in the 8. So, but
Even St George, to be honest, I know St George are, would you say, the easy beats at the moment, one of the easy beats teams, but towards the end of the year, teams like St George and the Tigers are going to pull a lot of teams' pants down because they've got nothing to lose.
Yep.
I'll say we'll make the 8. We'll scrape in at the 8. I'm going to be positive, and we will get 8th spot. Just.
Attaboy.
No, won't make it. Probably 9th.
Yeah, but he's a Parramatta supporter.
Go Para.
But hopefully we can just scrape on that 8. If we play like we played last week, we're only going to improve on it. And I think the key to us, obviously is our forwards going forward, but Jackson Hastings and Tyson Gamble playing their own game, running at the line more, keeping it guessing. Anything's possible. Leo Thompson and Saifidi leading in the front, mate, anything's possible.
Yep.
and they can just play freely as well. There's no real pressure on them because no one's really expecting them to.
Well, I ask you this question too. Has the shackles been taken off, and Adam O'Brien's, so to speak, not coaching a structured play, so to speak, and letting them play their own game? I think and even Hastings said he had to adjust, suit the play with Ponga. Now Ponga's gone back to fullback. He's playing his own game. I think it's working. So, mate, we'll be in the 8. We'll be there for the first week of the finals, and we'll be there with our flags cheering them on.
Attaboy. Love it.
Mate, let's hope, eh?
Yeah. Just have faith.
Mate, you're in the draw, in the running for caller of the week to go on the Chocolate World and win a Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher. So, keep you posted and enjoy the rest of the show, bro.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Will do.
Thanks, champion, and go the Knights.
Yeah, go the Knights. See you guys.
See ya.
Cheers, mate.
Support our show sponsor, Grand Matriarch Distillery, that gives us the beautiful Grand Matriarch vodka that you see on our show every week. Join the reward program, and for every 9 bottles you purchase, you do get 1 free. Grand Matriarch Distilling in the beautiful Sapphire Coast of New South Wales. You cannot go wrong with their product, I promise you. That's grandmatriarch.com.au.
All right, guys, time for caller number 3. Who we got?
Phil.
Hey, Phil, buddy, how are you?
Oh, good, thanks.
Mate,
yeah, good.
What question we got for you this week, champion?
I just wanted to find out if you heard of any new players coming to the Knights. I heard there was a front rower that the Knights looked like signing, and I'm not quite sure where he's from, but
yeah, Jed Cartwright from South Sydney Rabbits.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think we could have used the money to wrap up some of our juniors and probably some of the calibre of players we got now. But I suppose that's why they pay me not to run the club and someone else to run it. So, yeah.
Well, no, I believe that, but I would have, I was sorry we missed out on Zach Hoskins because I always liked Zach from a young junior, and it was a shame that they didn't sign him.
Yeah, no, it was, and there's another one we let go, but another one where it seemed to be letting go, which, well, the rumour has it we're not signed, is Brody Jones, and
oh yeah, Brody, yeah,
yeah, that's a shame because another homegrown player we let go and a good friend of ours. So yeah, hopefully,
yeah, Brody. I remember Brody, like he had a real breakout game and scored a couple of tries one night in his early appearance.
Just had
you know?
couple of injuries and things haven't gone his way, and yeah, apparently they're not looking to sign him. But I think Brady's best spot would be to stay here with us at Newcastle. But he's second best. I think I'd like to see Penrith pick him up. I think Ivan could probably do wonders with Brody like he has with Zach Hosking. So yeah. I mean, obviously, I'd love Braids to stay at the Knights, but if not, I'd like to see him succeed and maybe someone like Ivan pick him up and develop him into a player that he can be.
Oh yeah, no, I've always followed Brody and that, and one of my sons taught him at school in high school, and so I'd been aware of him from a young age, and he was above average, you know, player, and you know he's only young now, and hasn't even probably hit his top yet, and like a lot of the English forwards, they always say that they don't hit their top till they get into their late 20s.
Yeah,
so I think Brady will still, you know.
Hopefully, if we're having like a bit of a clean out with a few players, hopefully we're bringing back Sione Matalia. That's my.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I heard that Sione might be. He wanted to come back home, and that would be good. Yeah,
yeah, it would be, mate. We appreciate your call, and you're in the running for the tattoo voucher to get in the draw for. So enjoy the rest of the show, mate, we appreciate your call.
Yeah, no, thanks for your show.
No worries, mate. We're glad you enjoy it, and go the Knights, champion.
Yeah, thanks. No, I always enjoy it. Thanks for that.
Pleasure, buddy. Pleasure having you on, mate. So go the Knights, mate.
Yeah, go the mighty Knights.
All right, guys. It's time for caller number 4. Who we got there?
Cam.
Hey, mate. How you going, champion?
All right.
Mate, what's your question for us this week? I do believe you have a birthday today. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, happy birthday, mate, from all of us here at the Nighttime Podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Mate,
yeah, my question is, what's the panel's thought on Bradman Best being in the Origin side?
Oh, I'll tell you what, mate, we've got a special guest on tonight. We've got Mick from the Gal, so we'll let Mick answer that one for you.
Happy birthday, Cam. How are you, champion? Going well?
Yeah, going well, mate. Thank you.
All the best to you, mate. Mate, it was a shock for me when I woke up and saw the side. So, yeah, to see Bradman, I didn't really think he was in the mix at all. And I'm a bit shocked that, they made so many changes. Obviously, with some injuries they had to. But, yeah, mate, I hope he does really, really well. I hope he's not just been thrown like a lamb to the slaughter of the Queenslanders. And, yeah, he does us all proud. And I think he will, mate. I think he's in good form after... that shellacking of the doggies on the weekend, mate. Yeah, he's got to be flying high. So I think he'll do really, really well, brother.
Yeah, well, he's been around the New South Wales camp for a while. I actually think it'll actually help his career playing a bit of Origin football myself.
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, no, I reckon Brady will excel at this and take it in his stride. And it's good that he's got Jacob there with him, one of his teammates to take him under his wing too. But I reckon the likes of Stephen Crichton will grab hold of him too and, nurture him in. So, yeah, he's in good hands.
Oh, yeah, with Toa and Crichton out there, he's got two of the best wingers and centres in the game. They're just right there. And they can guide him through it. He'll have a blinder, I reckon.
But I reckon that the Queensland might target him being a debutant. So this is another reason why I wouldn't mind see Spencer in there. Spencer would, be like a little protector as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully Spencer will get in. We're hoping that someone, we don't want to put injury on anyone, but we're hoping someone in the 17 gets a severe case of the man flu and Spencer comes in. But time will tell. Maybe Regan Campbell-Gillard.
No.
Sorry, Gary, sorry. But, mate, yeah, hopefully that answers your question, and hope you enjoy the show, and happy birthday.
No worries. I did answer my question, and thanks, guys, for the birthday wishes, and I'll continue to follow the show.
Thanks, champion. We appreciate it.
All the best, mate.
No worries.
See you, Cal.
Bye.
Who doesn't love a nice cold beer? And the best cold beer is not some other mob down the road. The best cold beer in Newcastle is found at Thirsty Messiah. The Thirsty Messiah Brewery is found at 140 Lambton Road in Broadmeadow. Get on down there for some great beer at a great price. Support the local. Thirsty Messiah Brewery in Broadmeadow.
All right, guys. Time for caller number 5. Who we got?
Yeah, it's Frank here. How are you?
G'day, Frank, mate. What's your question for us this week?
Yeah, well, it's been a while, so I thought I'd just bring up again and say, do you reckon that O'Brien's still safe or is safe as coach after the weekend?
Oh, mate, I think he's safe for the moment. I always say he's safe until you hear it from the club that he's not. You can't always believe all the media hype. Yeah, end of the day, there's only so much a coach can do, I suppose, too. It's up to 17 players on the park, isn't it?
Correct.
Well, it can be, but if you're not coaching them properly.
Well, that's true as well. I think the whole Ponga at 5'8" was a disaster. And I think that's showing now. And I think we should Ponga at 1, Gamble at 6, Hastings at 7, and stick with it.
Yep.
That's my...
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, mate. Frank, we actually got one of your long-lost cousins in here tonight, Christopher. Or should we say Christine?
Yeah.
Dressed up in drag, he is. So, wait.
Yeah, that bloody wouldn't surprise me.
He used to do that when he was younger, did he?
Oh, I don't know much about that side of the family. They were always a bit weird.
Fair enough. Yep. Mate, hope you that answered your question. Was that all you had for us?
Yeah, what the hell do you do with an address anyway?
Oh, mate, the panellists lost a few bets, and we all had a little bit of a dress up tonight, pay our bets back, and he felt a little bit left out, so he got in it.
So you're saying that he didn't lose a bet, he just put a dress on for the sake of it?
Correct.
Well, yes, that is correct. But,
what did I tell you about that side of the family? They're all bloody weird.
You weren't happening to be at the game 2 weeks ago, were you? At Newcastle?
Oh, mate, I don't know where it was a couple of weeks ago. It was a pretty big weekend.
What game was it again? Against the Roosters. We heard your voice in the crowd there, and we're looking for you. Chris is trying to find you.
It's possible. That was a bit of a cluster, that game, wasn't
it? Yeah. Anyway, mate, we appreciate your call, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, well, not if you quitches are in dresses, I might not, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, only one of us are now, so he probably won't get out of it. Is
it Chris?
Yeah, correct.
I'm going to have a talk to someone, I
think. All right, mate. Enjoy the rest of the show and go the Knights.
Yeah, boys. Thanks for that.
All right.
Purnell's Awards and Apparel is your one-stop shop for everything you might need for your business or your sporting club. Have a listen to this. There are corporate awards, cups, trophies, display cases, drinkware, giftware, medals, perpetuals, plaques and shields, and even apparel. There's so much there. It's great stuff. It's great quality at a great price. Head down to Purnell's in 2 locations, purnells.com.au or email winner@purnells.com.au.
All right, guys, time for caller number 6. Who we got?
Well, you all sound like you're having a wonderful time tonight.
Oh, mate, if only you knew. How you going, Simon?
Oh, pretty good, boys. How are you?
We're good, thanks.
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What can we do for you this week?
Was that the Silver Fox I just heard?
It is.
Yes, that is Blanche on the side here, yep.
Blanche, okay. That's, I don't really know if I want to know what you're talking about there or
Oh,
not. Maybe I do.
You just wait, you watch the show. You'll
Watch the show.
understand.
I lost a bet and had to don a chiffon over silk spaghetti strap dress. How do I know all that?
Oh, goodness, is it getting hot in here or is it just you, Gary?
I need to go home. Hang on, I am home. Oh, what's your question for us, mate?
I didn't have so much of a question, just as an observation. What a wonderful victory on the weekend.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Marvellous display, and yeah, hopefully we continue on next week against the Tigers.
Did you find it was interesting that the leading try scorer didn't score one at all?
Yeah, well, who would have thought that you'd put a 66 score line to 0 and Dom Young wouldn't get over at least once?
He had a bit of a Barry Crocker of a game, though, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, a bit of hot potato.
Didn't handle his balls very well.
And but how good was having somebody who could kick between the sticks?
Yeah, that's true, Carlin Ponga. But mate, we got Mick from the Gal on. You being a bit of a entrepreneur and a bit of an entertainer. You been to the Gal before?
Did you call me an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
That's somebody who starts a tech company up. Is that an entrepreneur? I haven't been to Newcastle yet. You know that I'm still enjoying my life and my lattes and my souffles and Turak.
Yeah, well, you have to get in there one day, mate. It's it's the place to go, especially with the Cambridge shut. And Mick, you're going to be getting a lot of musical acts in there.
Plenty of variety, mate. Yeah, some burlesque and ska bands, and yeah.
Well,
plenty happening, mate. Coming up.
We'll have to do another nighttime function that we did that on. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Better circumstances.
Well, maybe Terence and I can come up.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, Chris is keen for that.
What, getting up?
Anyway, yeah.
How are your souffles going?
Look, are
they still getting up?
My souffle is still a little bit soft. I do have some trouble getting it up still, but I have had some successfully firm souffles.
Well, Chris said he'd done a bit of cooking. He might be able to get it up for you.
Well, that's quite possible too. But I don't know if his wife would like me cooking with him or not.
Oh, true. Especially in the
anyway,
outfit
mate.
She might get jealous, yes.
We appreciate your call, and you're in the draw for the tattoo voucher, so enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes, one of these days I'm going to get that big cock tattooed on me, that big rooster.
Yeah, fair enough. Mate, thanks for your call, and yeah, enjoy the show.
I certainly will. Bye, Silver Fox.
Bye, mate. You look after yourself.
I certainly will, and bye, Christopher.
Bye.
All right, guys, it's time for... Who are we going to get the tattoo voucher to?
I like the Elaine's. But
Elaine? Maybe Elaine?
All right, Elaine it is. And, yeah, so at the end of the year, Mick, we're going to spin the chocolate whirl, and everyone that calls up that gets on there, someone will take home a voucher, thanks to Sayers Inc. And obviously, also to our night of the year, we'll get a voucher too. All the Knights boys have got ink, so they'll get a voucher too. Also, while we're on there, we're giving away a fridge, Gary. So don't forget, we'll get on there to give this fridge away. Thanks to Bar Fridges Australia. We've got a brand new one of these coming. So your choice. So you can pick to get which one you want, whichever team. But I Probably suggest you don't get a Dragons one. It probably doesn't work real well.
No, only comes on after half time.
Yeah. So, anyway, we'll take another short break and be back shortly.
I gotta be honest, one of my favourite things in this life is to sit down with some amazing meat and just stuff my face full of it. And the best meat that you will come across, honestly, is found at Steak and Chops Butchery at Townsville Bay. Jump on their Facebook page and check out some of the prices and some of the specials. The quality is outstanding, the prices are excellent. You really can't go wrong. Steak, chops, sausages, mince, lamb loins. What more could you want? Get on down to Steak and Chops. That's 69 Beatty Boulevard in Townsville Bay. Tell them the Sasquatch sent you.
All right, guys, and welcome back. And it's time for this week's games. Mick, you want to do the honours?
Kicking off proceedings, mate. Thursday
Yeah,
night,
mate.
we've got the West Tigers versus Cronulla Sharks.
Sharks for me.
Sharks for me.
Sharks for me.
Certainties. Is there such thing as a certainty?
Yeah, well, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Chris.
Sharks for me.
Yep.
Friday night, Dragons versus the Canberra Raiders.
Oh, I'm going to take the Milk. The Milk were pretty good last week, so Raiders again.
Shano's my Raiders.
Ben Hunt's out. Not that it's going to make any difference, but yeah,
They're still
Tyrell Sloan's out as well. So
and they've got issues there. They now just dropped Jack the bedsheet from the captaincy.
Yep. Now Blake Laurie is the captain.
Yeah, why? Just don't make sense anyway. Yep. Anyway, next boring game.
The next one, mate, Para versus the Warriors.
Para.
I'm going to take the Warriors here.
Warriors to bounce back.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Warriors to bounce back because there's no Gufferson, there's no
Don't need 'em.
Moses,
Don't need them.
no Campbell Gillard.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Actually, by the way, I'm pretty sure I saw Jermaine Hopgood.
Yes, is 19th man. Yes, 19th man for Queensland. What did I say? Did I not say, was it the start of Origin that Hopgood will be?
You did.
Yeah.
How many players is that out of Para?
4.
That's half our team.
Yeah, it seems like a good game to pick the score. See what I reckon.
Yeah, you want to have that for your
That one?
fridge? Yeah. Pick score, Parramatta and Warriors.
Be a
All
tasty one.
You know what? I think we should do too.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Carry
Origin? And that in the Origin?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Righto. So double chance this week. Feeling lucky. You know what? If on the week of my birthday, and mine the young blokes, if no one has won, pick the score, I'm going to give away 4 chances to get on it. If no one has picked the score by that week, 4 chances to get on the score. So, yeah. I want to give this fridge away.
Yep, so do
I want to give this fridge away to some lucky person. And as you see there with Gary, there's our lovely fridge, the same as that. So any team you want, thanks to Bar Fridges Australia and Nighttime Podcast, the winner will get one of them. And, yeah, I want to give one away. So if no one's picked the score by that weekend of mine and the young bloke's birthday, I'm going to have a celebration of 4 chances to get on it. Not sure how yet. Obviously, there'll be some games. One will have to be the Canberra Raiders and Knights game. But, yeah, there'll be 4 chances. As you all know me and us here, we like to give away stuff. So
Give it away.
Give it away now.
Give it away now.
Anyway, keep it going, mate. Next one.
The Bunnies versus the hapless Bulldogs. Can they bounce back?
Yes, they will.
They will.
They will beat the Bunnies this week. And, yeah.
Very confident there, Dino. Yeah.
Yeah, they will beat the Bunnies this week.
Edo Carr's not in there.
No Latrell Mitchell, no Cody Walker.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No Cam Murray.
No
Damien Cook. No Keon Kalamatungi.
That's him. That's what I was trying to say. So
Who
the
you going
Dogs
for,
will
Pugsley?
Oh, well, after naming off all those blokes that are going, I think
The Doggies.
Doggies might actually win this one.
What are they paying, the
Doggies.
Dogs?
$3.25.
Ooh, lazy 50.
Always bet responsibly though.
Mick?
Yes, true, yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Mate, I've been a Doggies fan, as a kid, so I'd love to see him bounce back, but
Here we are, been bagging the
Yeah.
Dogs out all night.
I just can't see him doing it. Like, it'll
Nah, they'll bounce
It'll
back.
take them a while to get over that loss, I reckon.
They've just signed Toby Sexton, which will make a huge difference, I think, in the halves. And Matt Burton might be out to prove a few people wrong that he maybe should have been selected. They're hurting from last week. maybe the Knights awake a sleeping beast. And, yeah, South's got a few out, so I reckon this is the time for Canterbury to do it.
Yep.
Get 2 points.
I'll differ from you blokes because I think we've chosen the same line, so I'll go the Bunnies.
No, all right. Chris?
I'd love to see South, but with those players missing, the Dogs will bounce back. Go to Doggies.
Next one up, Gold Coast and the Dolphins.
I'm going to take
Queensland
Titans.
clash.
I'm going to take the Titans.
I'm taking Dolphins.
Even without Fodawaker and
Tino
and Brimson.
The Dolphins are just... Although they have got...
Kafusi? Is he back?
No, what's his name? The halfback?
Sullivan's back, isn't he?
Sullivan's back, but yeah, Dolphins have been disappointing for me. So
Time for change.
Titans to get up for their very rare victory.
Chris?
I'll go to Titans.
Mick?
I'll go the Dolphins.
Finns are definitely down on this one.
Oh, thank God Mitch is not on tonight. Them Finns up. Oh, God.
I'll do it for you, Mitch.
And New South Wales, Queensland. Obviously, I'm going to take Queensland.
New South Wales.
Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland.
New South Wales for me.
I'm all shook up. Oh, but say that, like, New South Wales will be hungry, but yeah, Queensland just seemed to be too good for me. Anyway, guys, ball predictions quickly.
New South Wales by 7 and Mitch Moses to kick a field goal to put it out of reach.
You reckon he's a Parramatta fan?
No, you wouldn't think so.
No. Mick, you got a ball prediction, mate?
Oh, mate, I think, in the Queensland, the Origin? Yeah.
Any game?
Any game. I think Queensland will do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of them will get a hat trick.
Ooh.
Who?
One of the backs will get a hat trick.
One of the backs,
Queensland,
okay.
Yeah. Don't know who, but...
You don't want to go too bold?
No, mate. Not just yet.
just one of the backs.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to throw one out here. Dogs to win by 18 points.
Ooh.
And Bradman Best to score on debut.
Cool.
Let's hope.
Corey.
Oh, I'm going to go David Clemmer to score a double against Cronulla.
Nice. I like that.
Even though they might lose, but, doesn't matter.
To be honest, I'd like to see the Tigers lose next week, but Clemmer still score a try.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still going to be, to be honest, as being a big Clemmer fan for all these years, it's going to be weird seeing him play at Newcastle and not in a nice jersey.
He might be able to give you his jersey, mate, if you catch up with him.
Yeah, his boots would be good to go with his jersey I got inside.
Yeah.
Made, I had a bloke offer me some good money for that.
Yep.
No. Got David Clemmer's last ever Knights jersey. Yeah.
That's priceless.
Yeah, things like that. I've got a few in there. Sione Matau is.
Okay.
Brody Jones, Kurt Mann stuff. Look, money can't buy that kind of stuff, I don't think. And the next one on the list is, I've got 2 on the list I need. Tyson Gamble and Leo Thompson.
So if you listen out there, guys, send it into Sminner.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you bourbon, anything, beer, Chris.
Bold prediction. What do you got, Chris?
Yep. I'll go bold prediction for New South Wales to win in front of the home crowd and to score the match-winning try.
Oh.
I like it.
I got a bold prediction that you probably wear that dress again. No. That's not very bold. He'll do it.
No. He'll do it.
Anyway, guys, a big shout out to Harry Snitzel for having us there on the weekend, and as you've seen there on the show earlier. Big thanks to Mick from the gal
Mick.
coming in.
Thanks, Mick.
Pleasure, guys. Thanks for the invitation.
Nah, anytime, mate.
Great
The
time.
door's always open if you can handle us gooses. Big Shane, a big shout out for there. The crazy lady. Mitch, Adam, and huge shout out to Adam also. Him and the crazy lady do a tremendous job after we finish every night.
Putting everything together.
Yeah, and our sponsors, all of our sponsors, we can't do it without you. But yeah, can't wait to do the go-karting in a couple of weeks.
Be there. Be square.
It's going to be something different, I tell you, something special. So won't let off too much, but 29th of July at 4 p.m. The flag will drop, and down at Extreme Go-Karting at Warners Bay, thanks to Luke and Min down there for having us on. And yeah, this is going to be something very special. I reckon we talk to Shannon at Purnell and we'll get a trophy for the winner.
Yep.
But then we'll
Perpetual trophy.
Yeah, and then we'll also maybe look at doing another one for all the listeners out there to get involved with, and we might do a prize and something for the winner or something like that. Oh, you're boring me, Gary. No, sorry.
I'll get changed in my dress again.
No, you're right. So yeah, big shout out to all you people. But
Someone stole your dress.
yeah, apparently. But even though the Knights are not playing, don't forget to head down to the Gal and enjoy a beer. And yeah,
if I can give a plug, mate, for Origin night,
100%, mate.
Cruising around Hamilton, $5 schooners for the entire game, pass the ball competition, $10 pizzas. Yeah, good time had by all.
Oh, awesome!
Beautiful. Be there.
That'll be great. And yeah, thanks for coming in, mate.
Pleasure.
I don't think we've got anything else, have we?
Just the usual person. You know, you just forget me and Gary.
I said you at the start.
Did you? Oh,
didn't I?
I don't know. I can't remember my name.
I might have said Kyle Lotter. Oh, well, thanks to the crew. Everyone on the crew.
Behind the scene crew.
Yeah. No, he should not be seen.
The minion.
Anyway.
It's obscene.
We have a ball here, and that's all that matters. We all leave with a smile on our face and have a bit of fun, and hopefully bring you guys some entertainment each week. So until next week,
Every time.
is night time.
Good night.
Good night.
Cheers.
We don't usually do this.
We always make it look like it's...
I only watched one game this week, and that was the Knights because I got back from Foster.
How many manginas have you got?
A lot.
Quite a few.
I mean, can I change out of this now?
No.
Mangina, take 2. Happy birthday, dear Kim.
Keep it going.
Is that a costume malfunction?